Hello, everyone! Welcome to SpeedGaming. Today we have final game 2 of the Ocarina of Time Randomizer SpeedGaming Live 2021 tourney. I'm Star, and with me on comms is Bob. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Dr. Bob Test reporting in. How's it going?
Doing good, you?
You know, I could be worse, and I'm a lot better now that I'm watching some Zelda and I have a good excuse to talk about it. Sounds like a plan to me.
Yep, we've got ourselves Cola versus What the Hell's Happened here, game 2. Should be a good one. We've got What the Hells took the game 1 yesterday, so can Cola bring it back for game 3 tomorrow, or are we going to be saying GG's to What the Hells today?
Yep, this could be the last game of the tournament. Could definitely see another game as well, though, so be on the lookout. Who knows what we're going to see. We have Pogchmap from WTHH. What the hell's happened over there?
Yep, Ruby, you start with Nocturne. This is... Someone should also mark that this is What the Hells took game 1. Yep, and yes, in fact, I rolled the seed. Smile.
Are we Kirbying all of a sudden? I mean, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, not a bad start, actually. Goron, Ruby, and Nocturne. Looks like we're starting as Child. It's a little annoying. I'd love to see how it goes.
Okay, you're gonna have to educate me on how you know they're starting as Child.
There is, you can look at What the Hell's this screen, kind of bottom right-ish, you see the swords. If there is a Mantis sword on there, it is Adult Start. If there is no Mantis sword on there, it is Child Start.
Fair enough. That makes plenty of sense.
Yep.
See, this is why we have someone in the commentary booth who actually knows what they're talking about.
I'm sorry, Anton Bob. I hope I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
But now, in any case, we should be starting shortly. Let's see what kind of nonsense they've got today. Okay, Child Spawn and Market.
So, might as well be Adult Spawn.
Basically. Alright, hints. 50 Dead, Jabu Way of the Hero, Fortress Foolish, and Fire Foolish.
Well, that's a pretty nice pile of information right off the bat. And Cola is going for the immediate skull play. Interestingly enough, what the hell's happened going for the immediate Keaton mask play? So I'm guessing we'll probably see a CAC visit at some point.
Yeah, likely. When you start as Child in Market, it's always a good idea to pick up the Keaton mask so you can start the trade quest just in case you end up needing Skull Mask. You do not want to find out later. It doesn't take too long, only a few seconds, and it can make a huge difference.
Alright, now Cola's heading for Lon Lon Ranch, where we can pick up a song and 2 other items. That does
and chat note that lights were on Skull Mask yesterday and no one found the hint. Good reason why you should pick up the Keaton mask when you're Market as adult. As Child, sorry.
Alright, we get our first chicken foray today. Of course, the Talon's chickens. Much more common to do Talon's chickens than, say, Kakariko chickens.
Yep. That's the first 2 right off the bat, and is...
Aww.
Second tries the charm for the third one. Not too bad.
Almost perfect, and I can't really complain. Whoa!
Hey, that's
there we go. We have ourselves projectile weaponry, like you do,
Always
and of course that opens up quite a bit as an adult.
An excellent find. Talon's chickens
more skulls.
might be Way of the Hero. Yeah, they always want to... Skulls right in your face, you have 10 sticks, why not?
What the hell's with the immaculate chickens?
And Requiem on Malin is going to get them another song, nice early find.
Yeah, I imagine, if I were these runners, I would be thoroughly tempted to just go ahead and do that directly after checking the silo here.
There's a good chance, since it takes a while to walk out of here, and you might as well go get the song, might be Minuet, for instance. Alright, Silo giving us a Bloopy, and this is in fact Nocturne for Coop. Not Nocturne, Requiem. They do actually have Nocturne, so that's another word for CAC as well.
They absolutely could go for Nocturne. That's, again, very nice, like just real nice mobility options early on. Like having Nocturne and starting in Market feels pretty good to me. I mean, it does make the forest a little harder to get to, but whatever.
And what the hell's doing the same? Yellow the Colossus. So we don't need to worry about that today. That's always good.
Seems good. We'll get another hint stone over here for Cola, and we might be able to check what's on that.
That looked kind of shimmery. Field Wave the hero.
It was yellow.
If it were Token Sanity, I would have told you that was a token. But
Yeah, it looked like
Sanity.
a token, but that's not right. The heck was that?
That's a really good question.
Light arrows?
Ice Cavern, Iron Boots
double
chest
defense,
instead.
maybe. Yeah, double defense makes more sense.
Yeah, probably it. Because it looked... I don't think it was light arrows. But it was definitely something, and it wasn't a token, despite what my brain wants to think. Neku Ramza, they have the Ocarina. In Randomizer, we have a little thing where you can use the D-pad instead to pull out Ocarina as both ages, and also the Iron and Hover Boots as adults, so you don't actually need to equip it to your C buttons, because that's just annoying and a waste of your space.
Yeah, when they came out with the Quick Boots option and the Ocarina D-pad buttons in this, that just made the game much better. So much less menuing all around.
It's one of the best quality of life upgrades in Randomizer, besides the obvious, removing of cutscenes. Renewed, alright.
Alright, yet another way to quickly get to the market, and that might be the only good way to get there as adult. We don't know where adult spawn is.
Cola choosing to not check the Composer Grave chest, interestingly. I'm a little confused as to why. Right there, and it has been people before. Looks at the first brackets match of this bracket to not do it.
I mean, I know why I wouldn't do it. It's because I'm bad at it. But these runners are, at the top of their game. I don't expect that to be a problem.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Cola doesn't have health. What the hell's barely has enough. Fair point. Something I don't usually think about when it comes to a Composer Grave Flame so rich is the fact you won't have enough health to take the damage there. And it's just a heart piece.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Needing a health refill at least.
Yeah. That is one of the upsides on heart pieces in this game as opposed to some other, rather popular Zelda randomizer. Every heart piece will refill your health in this game.
Correct. I forget the LTDPR heart pieces don't, to be honest.
Yeah, it refills it if it gives you a full heart. Otherwise, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, what the hell's happened going for the child shooting gallery? While looks like Cola is just headed for the woods here.
Yep.
Gonna go check Mido's house. And, whatever else we got going on. Probably go for the... Main reason probably going for the Saria song check. But,
Sorry, check. There's also a lot of checks here. You can do all of Mido's, Kokiri's sword chest, all of Deku Tree, as we get another heart piece on child shooting. You can get the Lost Woods, a lot of checks in Lost Woods. There's plenty to do here. Alright, Mido's.
Shoot Z1R, if you pick up a full heart, it doesn't refill you. Hey, Mirror Shield.
Cool, not much of one for opening small chests, proceeds to walk past the rest and heads out. There is also a whole lot of hint stones in this area, yes. How many exactly depends on how many, if you have, whether or not you have explosives, basically. But there's one in Kokiri, 2 by the Deku Tree, 1 on the Lost Woods Bridge, 3 in SFM, and then potentially some Grados, depending on if you find explosives.
Alright, we take a peek at the chest. Is it big? It is not. So Cola's gonna walk away. Cola's gonna turn 180 degrees and walk away.
And yeah, Cola has a random low health sound effect, which today happens to be the heat timer.
It's actually a very subtle low health effect. I kind of appreciate it more than the normal low health effect.
It's not nearly as annoying, really, until you beeping really gets under. It's just kind of background noise. I think CSMC is fun as a viewer. You can just because there's a whole lot of really funny bait to be had.
Yeah, you get a lot less random. You get a lot fewer checks that happen, but also it speeds up the gameplay quite a bit, and also, I think having a big chest there that is sitting there out of reach kind of builds up a little anticipation if you're just looking at it.
Yeah, it's always funny when runners get sick like a Zora tunic or a lens or another bottle, and it's just like, really, game? Really? That's what you decided to give me? Thanks. Or like a Sen of Agony. At least we won't be seeing the big chest bait today, since that's on the Colossus Arch.
Now, What the Hell's Happened did go ahead and open up a few extra chests, just to, it did result in a slightly higher heart count here.
Yep. He's looking for some bomb chews, but unfortunately he hasn't had any luck on that.
It looks like Cola is basically skipping small chests without prejudice. It's just like, no interest in picking up any of them, even if they could pull bomb chews.
Yep, he's ignoring all of them, even the ones that are right in his face. There is a setting, Nazgaroth, my brain can pronounce. We have a setting where the chest sizes matches the items.
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways to play this randomizer. If you want to play it with the setting with the chest.
Skull Kid gives a what now? Sorry, is that a bomb bag on Skull Kid? I did not quite read that. Dead? Okay. Okay, it's dead. Someone has better eyes than I do. I was like, I can't quite tell if that's a major item or not. Red Rupee, thank you. Cola went straight for Deku instead of checking these hints, by the way. What the hell, seeing 50 is still dead? Okay. Cola will probably check these hints once he leaves Deku.
Alright, a very nice setup for the B1 skip hop, and we're good. Going down to Goma. Yeah, you generally just go ahead and take care of Deku Tree, even though we don't necessarily know that it's straight up required. There's almost no reason not to do it.
Pretty much.
There's a game 3, you just randomly turn it into Master Quest Deku Tree, just without them knowing. I'm kidding.
I know What the Hell's knows. I'm pretty sure they both know at least some amount of Master Quest since they've both placed random settings. Not sure how much each of them necessarily knows exactly about every random Master Quest dungeon, since it's hard to remember everything about the things, but they both have definitely played Master Quest before. Oh my goodness, Cola
got turned around, but luckily was able to throw another Deku Nut before Goma run off.
I was gonna say, that is a really dicey Goma fight. What the hell's having a little trouble opening the lower chest in that room? I guess that, so... That's that. Let's see what Goma has for us. Nice Deku Shield.
Yep.
I think SpeedGaming might cry if we tried to put RSL on for SGL next year, I'll be honest. As we get a Sapphire off Deku.
Alright.
RSL stands for the Random Settings League, one of our many side tournaments in the community. What the Hells has won Season 1 and Season 2. Lost his title in Season 3, I think is looking to reclaim his title as the King of RSL for Season 4, which has just recently started up their qualifier races. You can check out more information on that in the Discord.
Really?
Oh boy, Doria's got a vanilla strength upgrade.
Well,
that is, by the way, the Discord if people want to join it.
I mean,
Doria's strength upgrade. Okay, thanks.
I mean, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that we get access to that, like, soon. Like, we could have Vanilla Sarias here, and that would just give us access to it.
And, you never know. It's also just a funny hint. How useful it is, I think, depends on where Sarias ends up.
Thing is, if you get Vanilla Bomb Bag there, you're tempted to try to do Strength Pot. And I'm terrible at Strength Pot.
These guys are alright with it, but I also don't know how much they've practiced it as of late. Is it because it hasn't been in Logic in a long while, and I don't know.
But I mean, you'd be tempted to do
it. Song of Time.
Okay. So no Vanilla Sarias.
Nope, would have been funny if it was. Bigoron is dead.
And technically the Minuet check is out of Logic at the moment, I think.
Yeah, we have no Minuet and no Sarias song, unless Adult Spawn happens to be in one of a couple very specific places.
Yeah, like here in Sacred Forest Meadow?
Yes, 40 Skulls is dead. And Forest is Wave Hero.
I guess the back of Lost Woods would also do it, like behind Mido.
Grand City Pot with Strength used to be default Logic, but that got trickified a while ago. Spirit is our final stone. And let's see what our medallions are as Cola goes adult, and what the hell's finishes off Deku.
Alright, Cola heading to first adult time. Now, personally, I might be tempted to just save and quit here, see where the spawn is.
You at least get... Well, we'll see where Cola goes after he checks the pedestal.
Yeah, get the pedestal, yeah.
Shadow! Water! Forest! Fire Medallion Forest Wave Hero. Fire! DC Jabu. Alright, so Light Medallion Shadow, hopefully they don't need to go there. Force Medallion Water is meh. Wave the Hero Fire Medallion Force is blarg. Foolish Water Medallion Fire, they hopefully never go there. And Sea and Jabu are pretty nice as the other two stones. As the Shadow Spirit Medallions. Spirit, being a stone though means we're probably doing Garunia. We have the mirror, unfortunately, also, but that was in Mido's house, as we see 30 Skulls is dead.
Alright, so Cola is now in the graveyard as adult. Means can go ahead and check the shield grave here. Didn't do this as a child because it was daytime. And it is a single small chest, so Cola once again is out.
His mirror shield color, I think it's supposed to be green, but it's a little too dark for my personal taste. Like, it doesn't quite match with the pink very well here. If it were a little bit brighter, it would work well with the pink, but this is just a little bit too dark on that shield. Arrow might not be on Bongo, Strength 1 might be, though. If this key layout's stupid, or Strength 2. Yeah. Any size chest can be anywhere, it depends on what the content of the chest is. So major items, things like bows, bomb bags, slingshots, even old magical arrows, anything like that. All major items are in large chests, all small keys are in small key chests, big keys in big key chests. Small key chests are the same texture as big key chests, but just, well, small. And then everything else that's junk, so any health, root keys, ammo, and so on, go in small keys. Hammer for what the hell's off of the Ocarina memory game is an interesting find.
Very nice. Hey, and choose on Dompe and the hover
and a
boots.
pair of hover boots, okay.
So the adult Dompe race check turning out to be a big deal here.
Yeah, small chests can have stuff like shoes, although Cola just found a set outside of a chest, which is convenient. And that was a 20 pack too, which is really nice. But yeah, small chests cannot have anything logically required.
Zor's Domain is a starting point for
That's a
adult.
kind of terrible spawn, I'll be honest. It's basically in the middle of nowhere. Good thing we have
What,
warp
you don't want to
socks
just rush ice right now?
with a middle bottle? Let's go with no.
I mean, you could at least go see what's, like, on the icicle thing. Anyway.
I don't think it's worth it for that in Sea Water speak.
Chad is on board with the rush ice plan, that's all I'm saying.
Avalanche, you're giving us some arrows.
And I didn't notice this earlier, I'm sure you did, but that was a 40 skull dead hit as well. So all of the major skulls are dead, but we might run into 10 or 20 at some point.
We are missing Frogs 2, Burning Cack, and Skull Mask, 2 Foolishes, 2 Way of the Heroes, and 1 Foolish, as we see a Heart Piece in the Windmill, as well as Serenade. I'm a little concerned at this point about some of where our logical forest access has gone off to. I'm hoping it's in Crater, which is in Logic. Other than that, though, there's good luck with that Way of the Hero Forest, apparently.
Yeah. Alright. Taking our bow to the adult shooting gallery. So far it's acting a lot like the child shooting gallery.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. It changed. I'm like, it's not supposed to be the vanilla first order. That's not a thing. I mean, I guess it is.
You can't be when RNG gets funny. That's a boomerang. That's required.
Absolutely need the boomerang to finish Jabu Jabu, and that's a pretty big deal.
Yes, it is. Kakanot actually hinted Way of the Hero, but you know what? They don't care. Also, Jabu is Way of the Hero by itself, so that's a really good find.
Indeed. Now what the hell's happened is making use of that hammer. We see that the
Castle Fairy is dead.
Yeah. So while Cola did get those bomb chews, what the hell's happened has the hammer, which will, for most purposes, substitute for bombs in a lot of cases.
Yep. What the hell's going to check Tactite Grotto here as Cola gets into the back of Cac. That's the other Fortress Foolish, and thank you. Big Oran Sword is randomized. Yep. The item Big Oran gives is also randomized. You start with an item in the trade quest sequence, which in this case is between prescription and claim check. And be one of prescription, eyeball, frog, eye drops, or the claim check itself that you then turn in to get the randomized item off Big Oran, which is a always hint. Cadus, I would explain to you why some of the text is white if I knew what text you were referring to. Yep, you can customize colors. So the mirror so it looks like these guys are only randomizing the mirror shield frame color, but in one of our more experimental builds, you can randomize the interior colors as well to the mirror shield, as well as color of your master sword, color of your bow, color of your boomerang, and a whole bunch of other nifty stuff.
Shoutouts to the polygon attributes of OpenGL.
Hyrule Field is still Way of the Hero in, I think this is Remote Grotto 4. What the hell's giving us? Oh no.
Din's Fire.
Way of the Hero Dins for Foolish, for Light Medallion Shadow, anyone? As we get a 5-pack of choose off the top of DC. At least I think it was the 5-pack.
Speaking of DC, Cola now going inside. We know that this is a required medallion here. Shadow, I believe, or maybe it was Spirit. It was one of those two.
Shadow Medallion.
Yeah.
Yes, Dins could be a Way of the Hero for Spirit Key Logic. Frogs 2 is dead. It could also be whatever this is. Hey, that's a striking grade.
All right. Well, we know we're going to need at least 2 of those on account of requiring Spirit Temple today.
Yeah. So that's more likely to be the way of the hero. Thadins is at least mildly concerning still. Cola wasting a chew, youch, has a whole load of them, so not too concerned.
There's another big chest here in DC. That is a slingshot. Not strictly required usually, but it could be required. Cola's trying to peek the alcove chest. Here,
yes, he is.
It looks small to me.
Okay, that's what I thought. Who's ahead? Absolutely no idea. We're 23 minutes into a 3-hour run. We have no idea. Well, 2 to 3 hours is usually how long these take. It's far, far too early to say. One strength letter hookshot magic lights. Tobias. Castle Fairy is still dead.
Of course, Cola again going with the absolutely no small chest opened under any circumstances strategy here.
Yeah. With both fire and water unrequired and fire foolish, he doesn't need health anyway.
Seems good.
The Ganon is dead still in the River Grotto, and that's a nut upgrade. That's not too bad.
Why you gotta go killing Bigoron?
No, as I mentioned, we don't actually know. It's far too early to say. Heart Piece in Lower River. Skull Mask is dead. We're still missing that burning cack hint. This is a best of 3, Alex, as you know more. What the Hell's won game 1 yesterday. If Cola wins today, we get a game 3 tomorrow. If What the Hell's wins, this is the end of the road for this tournament.
Wow. What the Hell's is going for the rocks here. Not sure what he's trying to get from the rocks, but it's not working out.
I'm not sure either, but yeah.
We're going for bomb chew over the head strats here.
Yep.
Which is definitely how I do it.
Being careful to not fall off, because it's annoying to go have to do the setup. Cola doesn't have a strength upgrade, also doesn't care all that much. Knows how to do the ground jump chew strats on King Dodongo, which are not easy, so this should be fun to see. But then again, these guys are in SGL Grand Finals for a reason.
Alright, so what the hell's happened is going to get some significant chunk of bomb chews here, as well as the hover boots at the end of this Dompe race. While Cola is about to face off against King Dodongo with one chest above. And of course, we still... I mean, it's not a trivial fight without normal bombs or a strength upgrade.
No, it is not. So let's see how this goes.
Essentially, you have to use the bomb flowers on the corners to set up the ground jump by taking damage.
Yep, that was not it for Cola, unfortunately. Okay, that looks good. Something about the recoil into that corner gets you set up for a ground jump. And then you ground jump a chew in and jump slash. Excellent. Yeah, there is a back shot flip shot. I think it might have been able. That's what the Cola was trying. Unfortunately, it did not work. Just gonna do the more typical ground jump out of the quarter strat. Nicely done again. And that's it.
So, on that strat, are you pulling the bomb chew out first or jumping first? Or is it both? Or is it like simultaneous?
I don't actually know that strat myself.
I couldn't tell.
Jump first?
Jump first?
Okay, thank you, Namaha. From someone who does actually know that strat. I'm too bad at the game to know how to do it.
So when I ask questions on here, I'm asking them entirely sincerely, and will take an answer from anyone who knows. Not gonna lie. All right, piece of heart there from KD, with Cola again having no interest in it. What the hell's happened? Gonna pick up that boomerang.
Alrighty, 3 out of 5 recorded dungeon rewards picked up. Unfortunately, we're missing Rudo's letter for job. We're missing a second... Well, we're missing Saria Song or another strength upgrade for... as well as a hookshot for Spirit, and Forest is way to Hero. We need a hookshot to get in there. For these guys of this caliber, Neko, they don't really bother all that much with hearts. I think what the hell is gonna mostly stop with that now that he has explosives. 5 hearts is comfy. These guys can do it on 3 hearts without a major issue. Especially with fire and water
like
being both unrequired, which are the 2 main things, is just for timers. Since you don't need to worry about that, they're not gonna bother. These guys are comfy on 3 and 5 hearts respectively. And like, even if the fire or water was required and they had a bottle, they would also be okay since they could get fairies.
Menu's the hardest boss in the game. There for Cola. We open the doors to the crater.
And yeah, you also do end up getting at least a couple heart pieces from like NPCs and whatnot.
Now I expect Cola to go check the maze here, though he may attempt to set up the camera angle so he can just look at the items here instead of going for it.
I think he's gonna try and peek, yeah.
Looks like... No, I don't see any big ones back there.
I don't think so either.
The chest you saw or the box you saw on the right is just a box.
Just to be clear, that is a box. That is not a chest, it is a box.
What's in the box? Well, nothing right now, but if you go back 7 years, there's a skull.
Yep. One of the more annoying skulls in the game.
But I think it's a skull.
It's a skull. One of the more annoying ones, too. Don't know what's up here, but Cola wants it, so here goes. It is magic! I'll take that.
And there's our minuet, which is our access to the forest meadow.
30 is still dead in DC. Cola couldn't get this in without strength or explosive, so didn't bother.
Yeah, I think that was just a heart piece over there in the alcove, but
I don't know how Cola saw that magic either. Maybe he
didn't. He was going. He was just going for it because he was there.
That's also entirely possible as a good opponents off minuet.
A hammer
is on the Ocarina memory game, Slide Samurai.
Yeah, so that is one check that What the Hells did before going adult that Cola did not, and so we'll have to see what happens there. But it does look like Cola is heading back child, so who knows what will happen.
Yeah, strength, letter, hookshot, lights to go mood at the moment.
And of course, we'll be picking up a bunch of other items that'll bait us into terrible things, I'm sure.
Oh, well, they're going to be. One of the big things is, where is Saria Song at right now?
That's a good stinking question.
Either Saria Song or Strength 3. Because we know there's a strength under Darunia, but where is that Saria Song for Darunia? Or alternatively, where's the other strength upgrade to skip Darunia?
Chad, of course, pointing out that there's 1 out of 4 chance that it's on Burning Cack, which is fun.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. That's more than mild, just a touch concerning. What is also concerning That magic that showed up. We have Nocturne, Magic, Hover Boots, and Dins. Okay.
Oof.
There's a decent amount of Light Medallion Shadow available without a hookshot, after all.
I don't like it.
I don't think the runners do either, to be honest. Well, at least one small key in spirit here on the child side. They also logically need explosives of some variety, so they have so many chews they don't really care.
Now, what the hell is headed to the back of DC here, and what the hells will be able to use the bomb flowers inside the King Dodongo fight as they were intended to be used. So who knows? He might go for the swag ground jump strats. I doubt it.
I doubt it. You don't do that in grand finals when you. It's a lot slower. There's no
And
point.
it's significantly more difficult when you do have a strength upgrade.
Yeah, because you end up picking up the bomb flower by accident much of the time. Not worth it. Whoop-de-doo on the block for Cola. He's gonna climb, get the fire lack checks here, which makes a lot of sense. He does not know his Din's Fire is sitting in open grotto and doesn't really want to see that Din's Fire either right now. As mentioned, Din's Fire right now just tells you Shadow Temple exists, and you really don't want Shadow Temple to exist.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, with all the items we've seen, it does seem like there might be something relevant there in Shadow Temple. You're not going to love it, but, you know, if you're the first one to go there, then you might love it.
Yeah. Nothing in Child Climb. Cola going to use a chew here. The strength upgrades refer to the three, strength upgrades. You might know them as the Goron Bracelet, Silver Gauntlets, and Gold Gauntlets from the original game. They are progressive here, so the first one you find will always be the Goron Bracelet, the second is Silver Gauntlets, and the third the Golden Gauntlets, and they each have different functions. Strength 1 is not actually a current definite way of the hero. No, for weight sense it depends where Strength 2 and Strength 3 are. Strength 3 and the Saria song are.
Right.
There could be some really idiot stuff going on. Watch Saria song be on Burning Cack. By the way, smile.
Mm-hmm.
Map chest here has a key, so that's Firelock. What the Hells does in fact have Strength 1, Poke Threat Tracker. Well, the Strength 1 being a definite way here doesn't necessarily mean Strength 3 has to be required, but Strength 1 is not a guaranteed foolproof way of the hero. Unless I got a hint that Strength 3 is on the left hand, is on the Colossus' left hand, then that would be an obvious Strength 1 way of the hero. Otherwise, that's a gray area. Inspire can in fact also just be from that Spirit Key logic, as we just noted. And the Hell's getting some more bomb shoes. Cola, finding nothing on the sunblock, is going to go check right hand. We'll safe scum this key here.
Like you do.
Didn't quite pull it far enough. Whoopsies, there we go.
Of course, you know, if you wanted to, you could grab the skull here.
With what ring, Bob?
Doesn't he have the ring?
Oh wait, he does. Never mind, I'm
not making this up.
No, I just for some reason thought he didn't have the ring because it wasn't equipped, but why does he need a ring in Child's Spirit when he has a slingshot? I'm a scatterbrain, it's fine.
So what the hells is going for the maze the old-fashioned way? Mainly because you've got the hammer, it's not going to cost you any resources.
Nope, and there's gonna be a hint here which could be valuable. Burning Cactus song!
Burning Cactus song, what up?
Called it!
There it is. Good Jorb. And we see that the, what was that, the final treasure chest of Ice Cavern is just a piece of heart?
Probably, since we saw that other copy of that hint earlier.
Yeah. Now that doesn't tell you what the song is, but we know it's not Saria's. Could be Epona's. That might be important.
It's Epona. Oh no, Epona's is on menu. It could be Sun Song or
Okay.
Song of Storms or Bolero.
Fair enough.
There's not a Spanish restream of this, no, Ack. This is the only restream today, since it's a little too late for the others who might be restreaming this in another language. And someone asked for the star emote. I will provide my emote for this seed. Yeah, Burning Cack is bad in these settings because, unlike our usual race settings, which require 6 medallions, so Burning Cack is fine, these settings require the 3 spiritual stones. Today, those are Deku, Start, and Spirit for the Rainbow Bridge, and the Shadow and Spirit medallions to get your Ganon's Castle boss key off the later cutscene. The Shadow and Spirit medallions are Christy and Jabu.
If you really want me to, I can start speaking Spanish, but it would be terrible.
Terrible beats the 0, Bob. I speak no Spanish at all. I do speak fairly fluent French. And yep, don't forget to give our runners a follow here, Cola and What the Hell's Happened, to my co-com Dr. Bob, and to our tracker Mighty Mouse. Yeah, Cola's hoping there's a third strength out there that will help him, or that the other copy of the Burning Kakin is around, because that's a bit of an ouch. I mean, they're probably doing Wave the Hero Fire Medallion Forest anyway, whenever they finally get a hookshot. They aren't touching Foolish Fire, though, without that hint.
Oh, absolutely
to get a
not.
Boopy off Crater Fairy.
Though, I mean, what the hells could finish Foolish Fire now, with that hammer in hand?
Good, he just has no interest in it, as we get a heart container off Child Fishing.
Yep, so fishing, again, not turning out to be a huge deal here today.
Yep. Crater Grotto has a small chest and a hint that... Oh, there's the other copy of Burning Cax. There's... What the hell? Cola can get that hint. That's good if he gets there, although when he finds explosives is going to matter for when he gets that hint. It's a little annoying to get without.
Yeah, and I mean, we know Cola's already been up here, and so I think that, you know, it's going to be very unlikely that he comes here anytime soon.
No, it's not the most... That particular grotto is not exactly top of his priority list. He is going to get his strength and dins here, at least. Since those are open remote grottos.
What the hell's going for the Summit Fairy here?
Yep. Hey, there's a bomb bag. That's in logic. Locked behind that hammer.
The hammer does put that in logic, which is kind of annoying for anybody who doesn't have the hammer. Although, you know, if you've got those cues, you're usually good.
You know, speaking of the fire temple you don't want to do, there's the hint, the other copy of the Fire Foolish hint.
And speaking of fire... Oh wait, that's a Grog bracelet. Cola just got the fire, I guess.
No, Dins is...
Or no, he's gonna get the fire here in a second.
Yep. We don't know which of our items is Wave the Hero in field right now. Is the strength upgrade and there's a Din's Fire. We know that the strength on Darunia is on Burning Cag. Forest is definitely strength locked. Fire is probably strength locked, is what the hell gets that hint. But we also don't know where strength 3 is. Din's Fire is, well, right here for Cola. And that might be Wave the Hero, but that also is highly dependent on where fire arrows have gone off to.
So
and whether or not shadows required.
Epona's song, which again gives us access to some Gerudo junk.
The answer is both, as we know we have... What the hell has the field strength, and they both know about the Darunia strength.
Ulfos Grotto.
Valley for Cola's new checks and a new hint.
Yep, Child Valley is a thing. And
yes, it is. Pretty often isolated.
Chicken style.
Pretty isolated and out of the way, so you tend to see runners put this off for quite a while. Also, its Scrub Grotto is new as well, giving us a heart piece. Burning Cack requires the forest, fire, and water medallions.
So this is Cola's return to Child, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him actually go for the Ocarina game after this. I don't know. But maybe he's just going to skip it completely.
And what the hell's here going Shadow at 43 minutes? Makes a lot of sense, honestly. As we've previously mentioned, this is basically the most check-dense location right now. I think it's this or GTG, basically, and GTG without the hookshot or Song of Time is not the most appealing idea in the world. Graveyard's Way of the Hero.
Yeah, probably for those hover boots, I would say. Or maybe for the song, but what was the song? I forgot. Well, the song was Prelude.
The song was Prelude, it's not that. Hover boots are mildly concerning, considering Shadow and Fire are both not required. So, yeah, it's probably a good thing. What the hell is here?
I guess Fire isn't technically required, but if that's our second strength, it absolutely is.
Yeah. Way of the Hero, and Cola, having gotten those hovers, Way of the Hero is like, yep, I'm going Shadow. What else could they be for? Because especially since we have Requiem, it can't be for the Wasteland Crossing either, and the odds of it being for Foolish Fire, as far as Cola knows, is bad, so he doesn't want to do that. But yeah, Way of the Hero. If a region is hinted Way of the Hero, it means that... Well, he's going to check this first, because he hasn't done this yet. What the hell's checked it, though? It is dead. But back on track, if a location is hinted Way of the Hero, that means that there is an item logically required to beat that game in that region. There's a possibility Shadow is just completely useless, and hovers are Way of the Hero for Fire Temple key logic. But they're both hoping... Well, Cola doesn't know that Sorry Song is on Burning Cack. What the hell is hoping he doesn't need Sorry Song on Burning Cack? No, Neko. It is more of a guide as to where major items might be. It can point towards things like Zora's Tunic or wallets. The first game brace of brackets had GTG Way of the Hero for a Zora Tunic on the toilet, to go get a key from Central Pillar, to get your hover boots off Darklink, to go get your light arrows from Shadow Temple.
That sounds like hot garbage.
That was also the same brutal hard last location in Magic on chickens. The other magic in Composer Grave.
Okie dokie.
That was right. For me and the viewers. The runners were kind of mad.
I imagine so.
Nothing in the Blades room for what the hells.
So the only chest what the hell's happened to open, of course, is the singular chest containing the small key, as you kind of need it.
Pretty much. Cola not too far behind.
This isn't DDR or anything.
Yeah, you pretty much have to check Composer Grave. Had to check Composer Grave and Cola situation. Graveyard, you just saw a Graveyard Way of the Hero. Your option currently is Hover Boots with Light Medallion Shadow and Foolish Water Medallion Fire. You don't really feel like doing either of those things. You probably want to check the last remaining check you can do, since Sun Song is also missing for the extra giggles.
So
it could
Cola's
be that,
Magic Bar is a very dark green, but it's...
Yeah.
It's roughly the same color as the edge of his mirror shield, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty similar, and probably not... It's actually, I think, a little darker than his heart color as well, it looked like.
Alright, we got a big chest here. And that is the Oh, another big one in the dark. Oh, there's our hook shot. Hello.
That's more useful. Alright, time for Wave the Hero Forest. I was gonna say, if those hover boots are Wave the Hero for the lens, that's amazing.
Yeah, this feels like a plan. Even though there are a couple of chests that What the Hells could have accessed. Beyond that, getting that
Forest
hook
is
shot.
Wave the Hero. You go
Yeah.
check it. Yeah, there's a very good chance Forest is Ruto's letter, so you go figure out what's Wave the Hero here and then follow whatever that Wave the Hero is.
Alright, one small key acquired for What the Hells. He doesn't seem at all interested in picking up skulls here, which makes sense.
Yeah, I can't be
Skull
bothered
checks
right
would be
now.
pretty unlikely at this point.
Trace, in these settings, unlike the usual race settings, you require the 3 spiritual stones for the Rainbow Bridge and the Shadow and Spirit medallions for the Ganon's Castle boss key. I want the game 3 too, I'll be honest. I like both of these runners a lot, and I'd be happy to see either of them win, but I do want to see a game 3 tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, so they only need to beat Jabu and Spirit at this point, which, well, they can beat Jabu once they find Ruto's letter. Spirit requires them to, well, either find Longshot and a way into water for What the Hells, as well as for Cola, knowledge that Saria's song is on Burning Cat, which he doesn't have. And Cola does have also true management to consider. It's gonna be one of his problems for getting his Burning Cat is because both copies are bomb explosive locked. Yeah, Spirit is locked behind the second strength upgrade. We know that one is on Darunia, but Saria's song is on Burning Cat, and we can't actually get Burning Cat. We
need
can't even
second
get in the
long,
door.
Yeah, second hook shot for that, right? And
second hook shot and a way in the door, yeah. Irons or gold scale, Bob.
Yeah.
Well, assuming that Husky's not central pillar, of course.
Yeah, I believe, like, What the Hells went into water with gold scale.
Cola just shaking his head at the sight of that lens. It is probably a fair bit happier with that hook shot. That's a really funny pair of big chests, by the way, when you know hovers are Wave the Hero. It's like, lens? Or, oh, never mind. Okay, that's better. There's a hookshot. I was starting to wonder where hookshot was, too.
And, once again, in a turn of events that surprises precisely no one, Cola heading to Forest Temple as well. Wow,
and the funniest thing about that lens, too, is Cola is a bit, well, famous or infamous, depending on your point of view, for trying the 1 in 32 on lens game, trying it blind without the lens, just to see if he can get through. He has won a few races for it before. Today's time of day did not work out for that, but it is mildly ironic that Colo ended up with that.
Right, so Cola is at least picking up some skulls here.
What the hell is having a bad day in Forest Temple, which is hovers locked, by the way, with key placements. What the hell is trying and really failing at the hover boot strat. Alright, this strat to do the hover boots, there we go.
The ledge there does not like to be grabbed.
No, it does not. I think he was YOLOing it a bit or something, and his just angle wasn't quite right for it.
Alright, we get that. Ooh, it's the boss key. So okay. Definitely important there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so far not a bad seed. We are missing we have two unresolved wave heroes. The third one is missing. So, Jabu. So Forest likely has Ruto's letter. There's a solid chance that Jabu has our long shot, I think, at this point. Does anyone remember if there's a key on the Colossus right hand for Cola? Because I don't remember. I, for some
Honestly,
reason, managed to forget to write it down.
Could not tell you.
Yep.
Alright. More
yeah, that's
block
about
pushing.
what I've...
Go ahead.
95% sure right hand was not a small key. Okay, Alfalfa.
Fair enough.
It wasn't... I don't actually remember it all personally. Does anyone else in chat know if that was a key or not? Because that is something to keep in mind. If there is a small key on the right hand of the Colossus, that makes Spirit logically longshot locked.
Alright, so Cola now up to 8 skulls, so might be going for the 10 skull check at some point.
Yep. You can't see the left hand from the right hand, Aster, but okay. Confirming check that right hand was small, thank you.
Yeah, the only way you can see the left hand is if you actually come out the door from the mirror shield.
Yep, it doesn't spawn unless you get out. Nice jump slash there for Cola, all the way to the island.
Nicely done, and a small key again for his efforts.
Small chest. Small keys are in small chests with the texture of boss key chests, correct? Hey, Polden, welcome into SGL settings. We've got ourselves, basically, close to Season 5, except for we have regular Wave of Heroes, 3-Stone Bridge, Vanilla Lax boss key, and today we've got some nonsense going on. Forest Temple is Wave the Hero. What for? I haven't seen it yet. So, probably Ruto's letter for Wave the Hero Jabu, but also, there's a strength upgrade on Darunia. Sorry Song is on Burning Cack. We have no idea where Longshot Irons or Gold Scale are.
I think I can get on board with the Forest Temple dungeon music being the best.
Yeah. This is game 2 pulled in. The preference symbol indicates that What the Hell's won game 1 yesterday.
Yep. So if What the Hell's wins this, that's going to be the entire tournament, and What the Hell's will take this one down. Otherwise,
correct. Wave the Hero hints and Foolishes are independent of the stone or medallion, because otherwise every required dungeon would be Wave the Hero, and nothing could ever be Foolish.
Right.
Which
so basically,
sucks.
any information you could pick up otherwise is not going to be hinted like that. And also the location of Zelda's Lullaby.
Yep. Wave the Hero means that there is an item in that region that is logically required to beat the game. The specifics are a bit more complicated than that. I can go dig the wiki page up for you, give me a second, but that's a simple version. And this is the page on hints with a specifically linked to the section on Wave the Hero hints.
Alright, and
so in this case, Graveyard is Wave the Hero for a pair of hover boots because your first hookshot was in Shadow Temple. Saria Song, as far as we can figure, is required for a strength upgrade on Darunia, assuming the other strength is not available.
Yep. I mean, for all we know, it could just be sitting in GTG or something. But for now, that's our best lead.
Like, until we know of a third strength upgrade, we can't rule it out. Or at least What the Hells, who has the Saria Song and Burning Cack hint, can't rule it out. By the way, shoutouts to us still not finding anything that even remotely looks like Wave the Hero in this Forest Temple.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Checkerboard Room, it could be on the boss proper for all we know.
Their strength upgrade can be required to beat the game if there is Let's see, if there are trials on, light and fire trials both require strength 3. If there is an item in light trial, if there's an item in outside Ganon's castle that requires it.
Yeah. So, and because we have the possibility of getting into Ganon's castle without being able to get the boss key, in this particular case, it's very possible that there could be a required item for some dungeon in the light trial of Ganon's castle, which then would require that strength 3.
Yep. Strength 3 does lock up to 9 checks, depending on how many keys are in light trial. But yeah, for much the same, the way the heroes in Foolishes also don't include non-shuffled items like beans, or say the Gerudo card in these settings, since, not much point.
Yeah, so there are just a ridiculous number of settings that you can set for this randomizer, and all these different hint availabilities and things like that. It's a very customizable piece of work.
Very much is. Beans! As they're B-E-A-N-S.
But why not the bees?
I feel like there are bees in OT.
No, there's butterflies.
There are.
But no bees, to my knowledge.
Nope. The ends that justify the beans? Lol. I guess there are beehives, but we don't actually see the real bees, just the beehives. I guess,
True.
I mean, you can also argue they're actually... I mean, you do see wasps, I think they are supposed to be in the Pirate's Fortress and OT's sister game Majora's Mask, but I don't know if that necessarily indicates that they're in this game. Also, I think they look more like wasps than bees, and those are technically distinct things. Be pedants. So one thing to note about this forest temple being such a snooze is they're both gonna probably just finish it, especially if the item's not in the basement, which is good for Cola if Burning Cack ends up being required, because if Forest Temple had been earlier in the Wave the Hero item had been earlier in the dungeon, Cola might have bailed for what the hell stayed for that Burning Cack. So this is good for that front. It has been a fairly boring last 10 or so minutes, though. Might be 1 hour, everyone.
Yeah. So that is the thing with Forest Temple, is it's going to be, there's very little variation in the way you can run it. You pretty much have to check every chest, open every silly thing, and there's a big chest behind the Skulltula. What do we have? It is the second hook shot!
What the hell's not amused? I wouldn't be either. Spirit is not longshot locked. We have Requiem. We have a Poda song. I think that Burning Cack strength might be the way of might be required. Might be needed.
It's very possible. And
because that long shot is pointing towards it. I mean, you absolutely finished Forest, especially for what the hell's here. But at
this point, you're basically kind of hoping to find the silly hover boots or something, just so you can just go get it and be done with this silly thing.
Hover boots?
Did I say hover boots?
Yeah, you did.
I meant irons. Pay no attention to the
Riley, we are reasonably sure Spirit is not longshot locked. We did double check that.
Oops, all dungeons because iron's on bongo. Gross. I like the way you think, but gross.
Yeah. This race room name was called Frantic Jet Scene. We had a little bit of back and forth in the race room about how accurate that race room name would be. I think we can safely say at this point, this is not a Frantic Jet Scene.
It's a frantic something.
It's a frantic something. I don't think it's a jet scene.
Frantic pile of hot garbage.
It's certainly starting to smell like it. That's a second slingshot that is definitely not Wave the Hero. The other one was in the DC lobby. Alright. What the Hells is going to play Requiem, and I think at this point... Okay, he hasn't been here yet, so he's gonna get this song, which is... No, he has been here. What is he doing right now? Oh, he's trying to peek the right hand from here. Can you do that, actually? I don't even know. If it loads from this distance?
Maybe.
Hey, chat, can you tell? Because I don't think I can tell. I don't think What the Hells can tell either.
I think it's a pretty good possibility that if it's a large chest, you might be able to see it from there. And then basically...
He's looking to see a small key chest specifically. Because he wants to know if his long shot's for that.
Right,
I don't know if What the Hell saw it, but if he isn't sure, he does have Requiem to go to Child Spirit if he so chooses on his next Child Cycle. But yeah, that is a sensible play to check, since he does not want to. He doesn't want to chase Water Temple for ages once he finds the way in. That is, if it just turns out that he just needs to do right hand, cross his right hand for that key.
All right, everybody, it's reverse wasteland time after another visit from Greg. As
Cola shaking his head at that long shot. Which
Cola did just get the 10th Skulltula too, so can go for that.
Yep. Yeah, Cola is not amused about that long shot. That is good for Cola, since he doesn't have the burden hack hint. This will push him towards Saria's being behind water, either on Prelude or on Burning Hack. So that will help Cola out. Doesn't quite tell him Saria's is on Burning Hack, but it does get him further in the right direction at least. And Cola 100% knows the Colossus right hand is not a key.
Cola will need to go ahead and somehow, at some point, head back to Child to get the hammer at some point.
Yeah, that will be an issue.
Goron Tunic! Hello!
It's actually... I mean, it's actually not the worst thing.
You're probably going to have to do fire at this point.
10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 gold Skulltulas are all shuffled. 30 through 50 are always hints, and they are all dead. We don't know the first thing about 10 or 20, though.
So in this particular seed, we have seen hints indicating that, 30, 40, and 50 have nothing important. It is possible for 20 to be on a sometimes hint, I think.
It is.
And then
10
is never going to be hinted.
Cola playing tennis. Tins
I'd
is
like to welcome
like
you all to Pong 20 years later.
Yep, Tins is multiple times made the hero by now, Yak. Nice reverse wasteland all the way for What the Hells. Yeah, Tins locking hook shot. Spirit Temple, quite possibly, depending where Fire Arrows went off to, and Wasteland, as Cola sees that slingshot and Phantom Ganon, and gets the reward. He's probably not too happy by now. And the big thing for Cola at this point is I don't know when he's getting back to his Ocarina memory game for that hammer. He doesn't need it right now. There might just be another strength upgrade on Shoot the Sun or some such thing.
So what the hell is there engaging in some good old-fashioned butt slashing? It's one of my favorite things. It's like you get her stuck in the torch and then you turn around and stab the wall. Just happens to stab her in the right spot.
It's like the most ridiculous looking strat. But it works. Yeah, and Cola doesn't have bombs, which are currently, well, basically hammer locked.
So yeah, looks like Cola's going back into Shadow here.
Also not a stupid idea, all things considered. I mean, he's got to do something with his time.
Big chest in the lobby of GGG. Another bow!
Thanks, game!
Lock bows!
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not a terrible idea for Kola to try further in Shadow. I mean, it's got a good number of checks in here. It's this or GTG without Strength 2 or Song of Time. Or Explosives. So they're probably pretty similar, I think, in terms of checks and logic. As we get the last slingshot in GTG. Burning CAC in these settings is indeed basically the equivalent of a Pensy nail to DPR, yes.
So I believe that fall inside the large open room here in Shadow Temple was not particularly intentional for Kola.
No, that was not.
Sadly.
Yeah, and the Forest Medallion is basically the green pendant equivalent in these settings, correct? Oh, they do have Song of Time and Scatterbrain, but yeah, no Strength 2 and no bombs is making Kola a little less than super enthusiastic, and full interest too, keep in mind. Kola, not the most enthusiastic in the world about going to GTG right this second. He knows Longshot is way of the hero, but he can't really...
Play, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it makes a lot of sense for what the hell's... Because he does have explosives, and... This is also a good route over to Lake after this to go check those various Longshot related things as well, which is great.
So Kola finding 2 small keys in the spike ceiling room here.
Yep, and also, hey Nightcrawler in chat, welcome into my primary game. I know that KC from C2R, but here's my main thing. As I get a key for what the hell's, I have not been counting keys, I'm ashamed to say. I think the other one is Wolfos?
Yeah, there was one at Wolfos.
Just keeping track of logic for purposes.
Fair enough. Alright, hammer room.
I think that's a regulars. Is that a regular or a small key chest? I can't tell for sure.
I didn't get a good look at it.
Cool. What the hell seems to be ignoring it? So 2 guesses is that it's a regular small chest. Or maybe not.
Yeah. I personally like to pick it up after the enemy chest, so...
Fair enough. So that's 4 keys in logic, something to keep track of.
So we're going for Chew Strats on the pot in Shadow Temple, picking up the boss key. Very important.
It is slow to chuck a bomb flower in there. It does work, it just takes a bit. Okay,
More
freestanding
keys.
is another key.
And 2 useless items on the right-hand side of the maze. So we're going to see Bemo's room.
And then some amount of the maze, I didn't quite catch the size of the hidden ceiling chest. I have no idea of whether or not what the hell saw a big chest in the maze from the right side. We'll find out.
I think they were both small, but don't hold me.
No, not just the right side, the entire maze can be peeked from that side, Bob.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. I thought you were... I was mentioning the ceiling chest. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Alright, 5 keys heading into the center into the maze is not a lot.
Kola taking his time crossing the bridge here, because trying to do so without iron boots kind of requires a little finesse.
Okay, and there's nothing else in there's nothing at all in GTG besides the slingshot, it looks like, so what the hell's is out of here? I think there was another key on left third. Kola's not finding much in Shadow either. You know, we were discussing the Rush Ice thing earlier. Okay, end up Bolak. Oh, right, thank you. And we were discussing the Rush Ice meme earlier. We still don't have a bottle.
Yep. Yeah, so my brain was like, for a second there, like, why aren't we checking horseback? Oh, right, duh. Because Foolish Fortress.
Yeah. What the hell's this? Just would just waste 2 minutes if you try bothering with that. And nothing on Hammer Rocks. Shoot the Sun has not been checked. No one's been to Lake. Yeah, Ice is also left behind one of the items I'm looking for, so really not much point.
Aw.
Bit too early there for what the hell's. That one was also off, and he knew it. There we go.
So we see that was actually bombs and not a 5 rupee like we saw with Cola.
Yep. Since if you don't have bombs, slingshot, or bow, refills, arrow refills, and slingshot seed refills will all be useless. And there's what the hell's probably just rolling his eyes at the graveyard wave hero.
So I never considered the strat of hanging off the boat.
Oh yeah, you can do that. It has a risk.
I've considered the strat of, you know, hanging out at the back of the boat, but hanging off the boat, no.
What the hell? Did not see the item. He, I think, or no, he has. He's just gonna head out without beans or any other way, really, of doing adult lake checks. He's gonna not bother. This will be a child play to go do some cleanup, and probably set child lake up as well at this point. Shadow, the back half of the back, well, 2/3 of Shadow really for Cola, not turning up much of anything.
If you wanted to turn the Ocarina into a bottle, you'd really need some, like, Hylian spackle. Ooh, we got a big chest here at the boss chest location. Oh, Ruto's letter!
Goodness.
Oh dear.
That's so...
Shadow with the goods here.
That's a really good find for Cola.
So game 3 looking significantly more likely. Though again, Cola, unless we find another strength upgrade, is going to need to go do Ocarina game and get the hammer.
Yep, more choose on Richard. Yeah, Jabu's Wave the hero. The thing for what the hell is that he has a hammer that Cola's probably not finding at this point. Like each have one of them that he's probably not getting, which is going to be somewhat problematic. As we see, a skill on pulling is a nice one. Cola would like that skill to get to Jabu right now, but that bomb egg is one of the things he doesn't have.
Yeah, and what the hells is probably going to go for it, just in the hopes that you can find the other scale and be able to finish off water.
Yeah, and Cola, and what the hell does know that Burning Tack has Saria's song? Cola has probably got some decent suspicions of it, although I think he might go ice after Jabu just looking for it. Depends on what Jabu has on. Depends on what the Jabu has, obviously, though, for that Wave the hero.
Alright, so Cola, once again, going to be heading up the river.
Skills are progressive, yes. Most items are bows, bomb bags, slingshots, strength upgrades, scales.
Basically,
magics.
anything that could be. Most things that could be considered logically progressive are progressive. Like, some might argue that the tunics should be progressive, but they're not, and they shouldn't be.
Oh, why would you make those progressive anyway? Yikes!
Because I'm a jerk.
Okay, fair enough. Ruto's letter is in the back end of Shadow Temple. Bombag is on DMT Fairy. Yeah, what the hell's doing Child Spirit? If he didn't, I don't think he actually managed to see the right hand, so he'll verify what that is. Do some generic cleanup, probably go Lake.
I like it, just add in a 4th tunic that's available for some modes where it just has all the properties of all the tunics.
Yeah, it's a terrible letter location. So after Forest, Cola decided that, okay, that does not feel like a fun idea. This doesn't feel like GTG. So he went off back to Shadow. What the hell's went GTG? Both pretty similar plays in terms of check density, I think. And unfortunately, it turned out that GTG was a bust, and Shadow had Naruto's letter. I like What the Hell's His Name because he makes the comms sound surprised at the time. It also makes SG a little cranky with us at times, considering they're not the biggest fan of cursing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't like. I'm not the biggest fan of cursing myself, but when it's his name, I'm just gonna go with it.
Same here, pretty much. I also don't really consider Hell to be much of a curse. About the same for me as calling him what the heck. And what WTHH is just way too much of a mouthful to say on the regular. No thanks.
Alright, so what the hell's happened is now heading to Child Spirit, which we saw Cola do earlier. While Cola is going to give us some new information here in Jabu. Now, we did see Jabu is Way of the Hero at some points. We expect one of the items in here to be largely relevant, and there's a good chance it's something like the Iron Boots or something, maybe even that second strength upgrade.
If the second strength upgrade is in here, I have questions.
Would one of those questions be, how is the long shot required?
Yes.
It's a good question. Light arrows and water temple, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting one. Yes, strength and jump would mean long shot was somehow required for lights, because everything else that we've found so far has been in logic. Water temple, long shot, water temple
or light
itself
arrows
does
in like
not
light trial.
Much. Yeah, they could be. Oh, that would still be long shot locked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Nightcrawler, you can hit a lot of stuff with Rudo. Throwing stuff at Rudo is one of the most effective weapons in the game. It's just really, really hard to aim, and you can only use it in very specific places.
Yeah, Ruto, chuck the child at the switch is a time-honored tradition here in Ocarina of Time Randomizer.
That's so good. Can you be again with the Rudo somehow? If someone could hack that in and try, I'd like to see that.
Certainly would be an interesting thing to try. I imagine Ruto probably has the same problem that the Master Sword or that other weapons have, in that they're programmed to do 1 damage against Ganon.
But yeah, if someone can actually hack that in, that would be funny. Big chest.
Speaking of weapons...
BGS. Nice, but also not Way of the Hero.
Correct.
Shoutouts also to Nuts being the most underrated item in OT, Cola making use of them to get through this room really, really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, when I realized you could do that with Deku Nuts, I was like, what have I been missing all my life? Yeah, there's just so much you can do with Deku Nuts in this that, you know, growing up as a kid, you probably just forgot they were in your inventory, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's so easily forgettable. Target in the Woods is a new check for what the hell's giving us double magic! Alright, that's nice. Yeah, nuts are actually the third most optimal thing to use on Ganon Phase 1 for runners, since after Hammer and the Goron Sword in that order, since otherwise you're looking at either hookshot, bow. If you really got stuck, I guess you could chuck bombs at Ganon's tail, but who wants to do that?
And the nuts do, they still do the 1 damage, but they have an area of effect, so you can just kind of go nuts with it. Zora Tunic! Oh dear. What? Why? Why?
Zora Tunic way of the hero, anyone? I mean, if Cola wasn't thinking Water Temple, he's definitely thinking it now.
Alright, what the hell is doing Goron Pot here?
And that's a heart piece. Yeah, probably just Water Key Logic Zora Tunic with Water Temple required for Saria Song in all likelihood at this rate. Flashbacks to the first seed of brackets, which had toilet bait wave the hero for Zora Tunic. I died laughing seeing that one. Even more so than I am right now. Oh, having a bit of trouble with this tentacle. Yikes.
Fighting this green tentacle and having a bit of an issue. Having to reset that movement on it. Finally taking care of that. And we'll be off to Big Octo here in a minute.
Ice arrows are still as useless as ever in...
Is that a bomb bag?
I think that might be a bomb bag.
There's a bomb bag sitting in the lake.
That's a really dumb spot. What the hell doesn't need it? He's got 27 chews, so he's not going to bother spending the 10 seconds.
The one person who doesn't need bombs, or the one person who doesn't have the bombs, of course, didn't have the scale.
Because the scale is bomb locked.
Yep.
So that bomb bag is also bomb locked. Yeah, Cola, I don't think, was particularly enthused to see that Zora Tunic. We do still have Farinade left, but, well, Zora Tunic. DMT way of the hero, probably for that bomb bag.
Yeah, that is entirely reasonable.
Did Cola read that to him? He probably did, I just don't remember seeing it.
I don't believe he did.
Oh, because he walked right past it.
Yeah.
It might be kind of useful. He doesn't especially need explosives, to be fair. Oh, did he skip off domain? Huh.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, he might do so after. We'll see, since... Oh, he might do domain at least. Don't know if he'll get the hint, since he... I think he was rushing to wait to hear Jabu.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so far it's looking like it's a Zora Tunic. If I admit on Veronate, I'm gonna laugh. Just, you know, the whole water starter kit in Jabu. Have fun.
I wonder if Cola will rush ice anytime soon. He could do it. He's got the bottle now.
He might. I mean, I don't know how good of an idea it is. He knows that I think he has to suspect that Saria's song is locked behind Water Temple by now. With his song distribution. Which
so
will
there's
probably
a big
send
chest
him...
behind the waterfall here.
Yeah. Both of them only have Strength 1 Segway. Strength 2 is on Darunia. Saria's song is on Burning Cack. Who knows where Strength 3 is? At this point, it's looking like it's Strength 2 locked.
Storms was not hinted, but I mean that could be the song at Ice.
Could be the song on Prelude.
Yeah.
Nice
Another
break
bottle.
Of the bottle. That's just mean.
Well, since What the Hell doesn't have the letter, What the Hell's could end up rushing Ice here.
Maybe. He's gonna... Let's see, where does it go? Okay, setting Pierre, gonna do Child Fishing, and then he's gonna do Adult Lake next, I think, looking for that long shot wave the hero potentially a bit. Because he knows I think he knows he wants Iron Boots by now. Roll what the hell's knows, his Bruto's letter is also behind Burning Cat. And is also behind Burning Cat at this point.
Little unfortunate for Cola actually running out of Deku Nuts here on Baronade to make the fight significantly slower.
Yep, because you have to boomerang the individual Bari. Which is, as you can see, slow. Now, out of logic ice without letter is not the most likely idea for what the hell's out of logic ice when the song is probably not Sario's from Cola's perspective.
Just enough health here to do that intentional damage strat. Maybe a little more. Wow, that's not a lot of intentional damage. And it's so small.
You can also use... Yeah. Dicey Baronade fight finally over for Cola. He's not the most amused with himself at this point. I think he ended up wasting a couple extra nuts in the bubbles room, which is one of the reasons why he ran out. If you do it right, you do get invincibility frames to help with it. And just a bloopy on Baronade, Zora Tunic confirmed way of the hero because thanks, game. I started the brackets off with a Way of the Hero Zora Tunic. I might end brackets with a Way of the Hero Zora Tunic.
So I mean, Way of the Hero Zora Tunic means there's either literally something in that central pillar, or the water temple is required. Right?
Yep, and it also must lock the other wallet. At least one wallet, since otherwise you'd just be able to buy the wallet instead. What the hell's going at the lake as expected? Cola is going to read this hint, which tells him that Chickens is dead. Alright.
Goodbye, Chickens.
And we are still missing one foolish hint. I'm sort of curious what it is.
I think it's Dr. Bob is foolish.
Oh!
What?
And?
Wow, another strength upgrade on the Ferrari's Ferry in the... Oh, that's interesting.
Strength 3 are... Light Arrow's long shot locked, huh? Probably Strength 3 locked too. We'll confirm if it's Shoot the Sun, particularly for what the hell's here, but that's spicy!
Spicy indeed, my goodness.
Because that is not Strength 2 locked, or even Strength 1 locked, for that matter.
Yeah, it was blocked by the, access to Shadow, but that's about it. And of course, if you had access to Shadow, you had access to a hookshot.
Is that Strength 1 locked because of Keys and Shadow? I'm not sure. Yeah, Longshot could be for the Temple of Time song, which might be Song of Storms, or it could even be Sun Song, I'll be honest. Lights could be in Light Trial. There are some options out there, but this is a really, really stupid spot for Strength 2.
So the thing that was in Jabu that is supposedly Way of the Hero is the Zora Tunic. So we're gonna have to see what the heck is up with that.
What the hell's is gonna probably... Well, Longshot is Way of the Hero. Zora Tunic is Way of the Hero. Darunia is hinted to have a strength upgrade. Sorry Song is on Burning Cack. And Strength 2 is in the Fountain Fairy. We're a little confused by now.
Yeah, if lights aren't in like Light Trial or Castle Fairy or something silly, I'd be real surprised.
Yeah.
There's one of the wallets.
So the second wallet cannot be available, I suspect. It's probably sitting in Light Trial by now. Because it has to be Zora Tunic locked. How it's Zora Tunic locked? We don't know, but it should be Zora Tunic locked, unless logic went whack. Unfortunately, what the hell's his time of day really, really sucks for Shoot the Sun, so he's gonna just leave. Yeah, Central Pillar can't have lights by itself because Longshot is also Way of the Hero for something. Skull Kid, Light Trial, OGC, things like the Water Temple Boss Key Chest, and Dark Link may both be things depending on Water Temple key layouts. It cannot be Shoot the Sun directly being the thing, Although Shoot the Sun could have her iron boots, wink wink.
Yeah.
Then Shoot the Sun is not Zora time locked.
Now, good news for fans of What the Hell's Happened, he is heading into Shadow Temple, so we will be finding that Bruto's letter here.
Yeah, this makes sense. I mean, where else does he go? Foolish Fire? Rhetorical question. Don't go Foolish Fire. By the way, Zora Tunic can be marked for Cola. So this is good for What the Hells. He's behind by a GTG, basically, right now from Cola. GTG and some overworld checks. On the other hand, Cola has no idea where his hammer's gone off to, which is a problem.
Though, I mean, eventually it should be... Like, I don't expect the Ocarina game to be his absolute last check, because he does at least have the words, the target game to go with it.
Yeah, that strength might not end up being Way of the Hero in Field. The Dins is confirmed Way of the Hero in Field hard by now, like ridiculously hard.
Very, very Way of the Hero.
And if there is a key in Upper Crusher, that is largely Strength Block, so Strength 1 is confirmed. Yeah, Dins is confirmed, Strength 1, who knows, doesn't. It's kind of a moot point by now.
And I just have a great deal of just straight up random appreciation for just the backflip, hit that sun with your shield strat. It's not difficult, it's not really all that impressive, I just like the fact that it works.
It's so satisfying. Yeah, Cola will go GTG after this for sheer density, I think. Well, actually, I think he's gonna end up in Ganon's. He will have all 3 stones, and he has a Shadow and Spirit medallions. He's gonna go find out where the lights are for us, to be exact. And then we get to see just what exact variety of absolute nonsense this seed has given us. But yeah, he'll get the lights in. And then we'll determine what exact variety of nonsense the seed has been. Is it Saria's song for Darunia? Is it Lights on Morpha? Or have I got something wacky going? But I think there is a good chance Cola ends up in GTG if he doesn't find anything in Ganon's. Cola has a Darunia hit, but not the Saria's hit, correct, Weasel? The Saria's hints are both bomb-locked, and Cola's had some explosive problems. Still has explosive problems considering he has 5 shoes right now. So, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, welcome to Twin Roba.
Did leave the couple checks up leading up to the Mirror Shield chest, so the Mirror Shield chest itself and the 2 invisible chests behind, I think. One of those 3 is a key, the other 2 are items, but I think he's just wishing a light hint, which makes a lot of sense here.
Fair enough. Nice pathing there from Take to land that shot there. Alright, that's 3 hits on Twin Roba. And, making sure that there's not a 4th, or not a 5th, shot fired. On we go to the second phase. Of course, those of you who don't know, guaranteed that these first 3 shots will all be the same element. After that, it is up in the air, so you really want to get the one cycle here on Twin Rova. Luckily, with BGS, it's basically free.
Yeah, lights could be in the well is also depending on if assuming Storms is on Prelude basically at this point. Or yeah, basically Storms on Prelude.
There is that.
Something has to be Zora Tunic locked. Which means a few select checks in water, which requires us finding iron boots for logic. Select checks in water. Burning Cack. Sorry, assigning for that strength under Ridney, which leads to up to 9 checks, as previously discussed. Or it could be Storms or Suns off Morpha, off the Prelude check could be it as well. Lara's also a missing song, but that one is definitely not Way of the Hero.
So is there any chance here you think that What the Hell's Happens goes for Bongo?
I could technically see it if he wants to be really thorough. He does have a one game advantage, so if he really wants to be thorough, he could, but I don't see it. Jabu's Way of a Hero, I think we'll go for that right now. Yeah. I don't think he'll stick around for Bongo. Yeah.
So he looks at the chest and pieces right out. No surprise there. Cola going inside for the Rainbow Bridge.
Yep.
This time Spawn, thanks to the good old medallion, or not medallions, the stones, spiritual stones, pendants. I mean, what?
Brain. Words are hard. Yeah, Strength 3 is under Runia Snakebite JG. That's what we've been having a lot of fun with today. Is that required? We were thinking it was Strength 2 until these other strengths turned up on Fountain Fairy, and now we're just confused.
So what the hell's happened? We'll be picking up that second strength as well soon. I imagine it's going to send him on a similar trajectory to Cola here.
I think
for that
so.
Lydros hint.
Small chest here. I don't know if it's a key or not. It's really hard to see.
It is not. It appears to be
Light
brown.
arrows can be on the outside Ganon's Castle Fairy. That would actually make a lot of sense with their current hints, to be honest.
Yeah, no lie.
But we'll find out which actual region it's in. It's likely either my castle, outside my castle, or Water Temple are the main 3 candidates right now for light arrow, for Ganon's hint for light.
Yeah, if the third and final strength upgrade is going to be required, that is probably very good for What the Hell's Happened on account of him having the hammer and Cola not having any clue where that could be.
Nope, since it is on Ocarina Memory Game, he skipped it since it is a really long check. And you can come back to it later if you need to. It's become a bit more of a thing nowadays. And we don't actually know how much it'll bite him, if at all.
Alright, coming up. What
Skulka
is
Dissented
it?
Dead, unfortunately. Inside my castle!
Inside my castle!
It's Light Trial. There's... Unless Fire Arrow... Because, yeah, Shadow Trial cannot... We have everything else for it. Even if Fire Arrows are somehow Longshot locked, that doesn't fix our Zora Tunic logic unless Fire Arrows are sitting on Morpho or something really stupid.
It does look like Cola is going to go ahead and do some checks here in Ganon's castle anyway. It's not
like he can do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, for all he knows, Strength 3 is here, or Logic got stupid with Fire Arrows like I just mentioned, or something dumb.
Right, he still doesn't have that hint. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, we know. Yeah, it's Strength 3 locked. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, 1 to seed, it's strength 3 required. I'm not surprised. There was only a couple of places those light airs could have been with our Zora Tunic waved hero, and that was basically it. Cola does not have the hammer on Ocarina of our game, he had too many other things to do. Which is getting unfortunate at this point.
Hey, guess what? Cola just opened a small brown chest. It was invisible.
Yeah. Cola's gotta be, his brain's gotta be working as to what has happened to these waved heroes. And now here's the question, where on earth are iron boots? Here?
There's a big chest here.
Nope.
Fairy in a bottle, what up?
Is not it. Yeah, Cola also should know what's most likely in Light Trial, but he doesn't have hammer, he doesn't have strength 3, he doesn't even have iron boots or a single scale. You go here. Nobody's checked even 10 spells, Jax.
I honestly, if I were Cola, I would have been tempted to grab one of them blue fires there, just to make the Zora checker easier.
BGS for what the hells?
And small key on Shadow Trial 2, so Cola is out. Going back to the Desert Colossus, I'm assuming probably heading for GTG at this point.
Yeah, just because it's the most dense place, and it makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, What the Hell's already cleared this place out. Although, Cola does have strength too, What the Hell's did not, so he can get some extra checks in here. We'll see if that matters.
I imagine many of the checks past the silver block will be small keys, just based on how many we found earlier.
Yeah, we only found 7 keys at most, and that's assuming I peeked the maze right, which I don't tend to do very well, to be honest. So it is highly likely as What the Hells gets that Zora Tunic, and we don't have face cam on him, but he's probably not about it. I know I wouldn't be sad to see a Zora Tunic of all things in this situation.
Alright, so what the hell's happened? Picking up that Zora Tunic, which we know to be the only potential Way of the Hero item here, and that, of course, is a hinted Way of the Hero, Javu's belly.
Yep. And Chad is now memeing it up again.
Way of the Hero.
Oh no. And Chad is memeing it up again with what the WTHH's name.
Yeah, well, WTHH stands for What Tragedy Hath Happened. No, it's What the Hell's Happened. And I like to think that that What the Hell's Happened is like from the universe of Final Fantasy XIV, where there are 7 hells. So it's What the Hells, not just What the Hell. Cola's getting trolled by BGS there. Knocked out of the corner. That's me in the corner. That's me in the torch light, stabbing my Gerudo. Anyway.
Don't get us DMCA'd, please, Bob. That would be useful. My brain decided to see if I could think up a Mandarin acronym that would make sense for what the WTHH and solid. I can't think of one that makes anything remotely sensible. So, nope.
Alrighty. So what the hells is heading to Baronade? Probably going to have a bit of an easier time than Cola, I imagine, on account of having, 12 whole Deku nuts here.
Yep.
Why is this hammer hidden? That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's there for Cola for sure. Listen,
Someone has a real issue with the Montreal Canadiens. That's all I'm gonna say.
what the hell's is actually keeping Claw honest? That'll be funny note for that.
Cola's sitting on a quarter heart, which is fun.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's got a fairy. He's got a fairy!
Yes, he does! That was in Forest Trial.
Oh, it's hilarious. And the chest spawning, one's big. Both are big, actually. Interesting.
Ooh.
Ice arrows! French vanilla there. And iron boots. Okay. That's gonna be logical access to Water Temple, which Cola's kind of been looking for.
It is. Doesn't save him
Unfortunately,
from his hammer hunt, though.
Yeah, does not help him get the hammer.
Nope, as what the hell gets his strength too, and he's probably like, huh?
So what the hell is now very confused, kind of living up to his name at this point. And
yeah.
I imagine at this point we'll be doing a whole lot of Spirit Temple into Ganon's castle / Ganon's castle tower.
Morcella, however you pronounce it, I apologize, I have no idea. This seat has turned into an all-dungeon seat, apparently. Including, we don't think Bongo is required at this point, but he might as well have been, considering where those letter went off to. Oops, AD. What the hells might be able to find Gold Scale. He also might just end up going back to Cheeky Cheek, because he did leave quite a few checks behind. We'll have to see, because it's going to be Iron Boots versus a hammer that Cola's not going back for too quickly, I think. So I don't know when Cola's getting back to Ocarina Memory Game at this point. It's really isolated, unfortunately. Okay, for the... Oh, thank you, Mark. I don't even know which pronunciation I went with that I pronounced well. But for the tournament, we have The 3 spiritual stones unlock the Rainbow Bridge, and the Shadow and Spirit medallions give you the Gen's Castle boss key. It so happens that they got both of those things, despite some early appearances in the seed, but the light arrows are in Light Trial, and Strength 3 is on Darunia, hinted on Darunia, with Sorry Song on Burning Cack. So they're not getting it all that quickly right now, is what's happened to these guys today.
Looks like Cola has adjusted the water level and then saved. So going for the compass chest, maybe, no? Okay, going into the central pillar as soon as possible, I see.
I don't think What the Hells goes to the light arrows hint first, just so he knows for sure which particular, because he also doesn't know for certain. He doesn't know for sure either that burning cack is required. He also, from his perspective, it could still be on Morpha. We've already seen everything in Shadow but the Floor Master and Bongo, and those guys are both going to last location if it's in the back end. They're not going back there at this point. It's not.
I think Floor Master was a small key, right?
Might be, actually.
I think
sure.
they were out of keys.
They're not.
So that's why I made the question: why do you go for Bongo? Is because that's the only other place where there was an item.
Yeah, they're not going back there.
If a chest looks like a boss key chest, it has a boss key if it's big. If it's small, then it has a small key. Speaking of boss key, we can in fact confirm that the boss key for Water Temple is at the central pillar, making that incredibly required.
Yep, what a surprise! Thanks, game. Yeah, Bongo can't have anything relevant. We are in no mood as a stream. Our runners aren't quite yet. What the Hells doesn't know for sure which particular variety of Water Temple locks check has his lights. Cola has no idea where his hammer's gone off to. And What the Hell's also, for that matter, doesn't have iron boots or gold. And he can't actually use gold scale, as we just found out. Although there's a really good chance gold scale's also sitting in Light Trial by now. It's not that many locations it can be, I think. It's not in water.
That's why the gold scale can't bail you out, because you absolutely need irons for that. Okay, yeah.
Yep, central pillar is too deep for gold scale. Yeah, I don't know if gold scale is even available to beat What the Hells. There's not because it can be Foolish Fire. Water Temple wouldn't help What the Hells in any case. We've already seen most of Shadow. We've seen all the forest. There's not that many places that could end up. I do think GTG is going to be on What the Hell's to-do list after Ganon's.
Alright, Cola having a bit of an issue picking up Morpha there, but no real problem. Afterwards gets a slash, a jump slash, and a stab, and that will do it for Water Temple.
Yeah, lights are in Light Trial, Taphile. We're doing Burning Cack and everything else. Green C buttons, we can customize colors in this randomizer. Neither of these guys are showing off the full extent of it, since you can in fact randomize things like the Master Sword color as well in certain builds. But
yeah,
we
there's
do get some nifty
a lot of customization you can apply that's cosmetic. Luckily, Cola didn't do music shuffle or anything, because that would drive me a little nuts. But
it definitely can vary, yeah, as far as the quality of that goes. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it gets really bad. But yeah, I think GTG is a better play for What the Hells than Memory Game is for Cola, but also there are only so many checks left in the game for both runners. I would still say it's too close to call either way for our race today.
All right, so Cola is now heading to Prelude here. He is going to go back Child, so this could... Oh, maybe he's not. Okay, maybe
No. Okay,
just
oh,
got
that
summoned
might send
storms.
him... That will send him to the well. Maybe he does Child cleanup after that. Would be best for him. What the hell's left hand is a big chest and has gold scale. Oh, that's gonna be what the hell's.
Oof. Oof. The bait is gonna be real.
that was one of the only places left for the gold scale to be that he could have gotten baited by. And yeah, Cola needs to hammer off the Ocarina memory game so he can go do Burning Cat. So he can go do Foolish Fire to get his sorry song off Burning Cat for Strength 3 to get light arrows. It has been hinted, Strength 3 on Darunia. They've known for a good couple of hours by now. Yeah, they've known since almost the beginning of the race. Ocarina memory game. Yeah, what the hell's... Well, the not get Bay's Sword Unicorn here, but he knows that there's a subtle chance it's just key logic, because, yeah.
Alright, Cola is now going to unlock the well. We're going to see a bunch of checks in the well, which will lead to a whole lot of Jack Diddley Squat.
Yep, Olá, SpeedGaming Portuguese, welcoming. I speak no Portuguese, so back to English it is. We have ourselves finals of the Ocarina of Time Randomizer SpeedGaming Live 2021 tournament here between Cola and What the Hell's Happened. This seed went south fast. But it started okay, and then it just kind of went downhill. And now they're just each missing an item or two for things. Holden, Darunia has literally been hinted, as well as Skull Kid and Fox too, as well, for the giggles.
Yeah, we do know the Darunia. We got a Darunia sometimes hint that said it is a strength upgrade.
Skull Kid is also a sometimes hint, ironically, just to go with it, but yeah.
I mean, it's close to pure imagination. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. It doesn't quite fit.
Yeah, there's a bomb bag on letter spot, but Cola was rushing the light arrows hint, so skip the scale in spirit, and the other scale is hard bomb locked on rolling as we get the other wallet in the well. Yep, that is in fact wallet locked. Thanks, game!
With me, and you'll be in a world of pure randomization. I've always wanted to try to throw that one together. Anyway. Alrighty. There's Komei and Kotake to do their little arguing in the sky.
Yep.
While Cola gonna go fight Dead Hand again.
Yeah, happy 2 hours, just a touch late. Let's give these runners a follow. Shoutouts to Cola and What the Hell's Happened, putting up a great race on a fairly terrible seed.
And
as well as just making it all the way here. Shoutouts also to my co-com Dr. Bobtastic and to our tracker Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, thank you very much. And of course, our illustrious tournament administrator / my co-commentator as well, Star1468. Thank you as well. Or star, as she likes to be called.
It's just a mouthful with the numbers.
Yeah. But I like to let people know where they can find you. Hey, there's a big chest on Dead Hand.
Hey, probably it's going to be more bait. We know this by now, but righty?
Luckily, Kola knows that is complete bait due to the hint. But my goodness,
if he hadn't, it actually might have gotten him his bomb back for what that's worth, which honestly isn't much either. I am also indeed a seed roller. To these cart runners' chagrin by now.
See, if you're star and a seed roller, then you're also the forces of evil. So how can you be against yourself? Anyway.
Yeah. It is a good thing we do have a full 3.5 hour time slot on the Speed Gaming schedule today. I think we need it.
It's very possible. Luckily, I didn't get selected for the Ocarina or for the Link to the Past match later.
Yeah, nice fire arrows in the well. That's stun blocked. Not surprisingly. But yeah, Bob, you might have run into an issue or three with LTTPR.
Mm-hmm. All right. Kola finishing off the well. Let's see if he goes to clean up child checks. That if you are a fan of Kola and you want to see Game 3, that's what you want to hope for here.
Indeed. What the hell? Because he does have a little wiggle room, since what the hell's is got the lovely fun that is called Bait Water Temple without Iron Boots, so he's gonna spend a load of time in it. He will absolutely go there. Looking for boss key. Unfortunately, it won't be there. This is 10
We're gonna
skull.
get a skull check.
Nope.
Oh,
and this is Minuet. This is good for Kola.
That bodes well, yeah.
Iron Boots are in the GTG Like room. What the hells went there without Strength 2, which wasn't a bad idea from his perspective. What the hells does know Zora Tunic is Wave the hero, yes, but he doesn't know it's... But Water Temple is infamous for key logic. For all he knows is Bosky's just sitting on Dark Link or Vanilla. And
I mean, if I were what the hells, I'd probably, getting that information, and if I clear out Tower... Oh, he's just leaving. Yeah, I'd go for water here, and that's gonna turn out to be... That's gonna turn out to be unmitigated disaster.
It makes sense, it just feels bad. Kokiri storms here for Kola. He is still confused as to why his everything is Wave the hero for Water Temple. Take it! That's a funny final foolish hint game. Thank you.
Sorry,
really?
What was it? I just missed it. Late. Good job, game.
Good job. Really needed it.
Alright, so Kola's gonna do the target in the woods, and then finally... He's having a real hard time hitting the center of that target.
There we go, man. He should finally get his hammer here.
Kola, what are you doing?
No. Kola! Kola, where are you going?
I hope he didn't just forget that he hadn't done it. That would be awful.
I mean, it's possible he might have written it off mentally as being dead, but that just feels bad. Oh no, Kola.
Oh, this is... Oh, well, he might be going to check DMT because he knows it's Way the hero, right?
Yeah, but that could be a really big ouch for Kola if he doesn't get his hammer on this trip here, because this is basically his last chance to get it for all intents and purposes. And nope.
Oh boy.
That's ouch.
Where the heck is
Hammer
he going?
is on the Ocarina memory game. Kola just did the woods target and left the Ocarina memory game behind. Might be an intentional skip, thinking he would have lost if it was there. Unfortunately, he's losing because he didn't check it. He's actually, like, he's not behind right. If he had gotten it, he wouldn't have been behind, really. I think they're still close right now, but that is...
Oh, he's going to pick up the Ocarina. That... I didn't even consider that. I was like, where in the world? Why is he doing that? Yeah, okay.
Yep, he's getting Ocarina. But yeah, he's making a choice that he thinks it's going to lose him the race. Unfortunately, it's going to lose him the race. If he had gotten the Ocarina, his hammer there, he would have still been fine. Like, what the hell's getting baited by Gold Skill is keeping Cola keeping Cola in the race. But this might do it. Unfortunately.
It's going for Dompe, looks like.
Yep. Yeah, Sunsong on Ocarina of Time means that Bolero is in the Ice Cavern. Cola might end up there next, actually. Yeah, Cola perhaps skipping Ocarina of Time game this time. Might have forgotten, might be gambling that that if it was there he would have lost by now. Unfortunately, it's gonna be the killer for him today. And that happens. The boss key in Water Temple is Central Pillar, so that's what was keeping Cola in it. Is that what the hell's doesn't have? It got the Gold Scale and Spirit that Cola skipped. Cola didn't even have Silver Scale since he never got a bomb bag. Nothing on Dompe digging.
I'm glad he saw that, because I sure didn't.
Yeah. Water Medallion. Oh, Hammer is on Ocarina memory game. Cola's at this point decided if it's there, he's losing. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of feels like he just completely spaced on it.
Honestly. It is also that. It could be one, the other, or honestly, even both, really. We don't know, but... Because we have seen Runner space on it, too. He skipped it earlier for the time save, but, you know, maybe come back to it when I do cleanup, but unfortunately, it's costing him any chance he had of winning this, I think, by now, which is really unfortunate. Gonna go do domain checks that he skipped earlier, rushing the Way of the Heroes, and then the Lights in.
It's just a question of how long it takes, what the hell's happened to get back to GTG, to get those iron boots.
Yeah, he is not doing Frogs 2, he doesn't have Saria's song, and it's Hinted Dead. What the hell's is... He is doing Frogs 1, though. And he's also good to do the domain checks he skipped earlier. He might not if he thinks it might cost him the race. Hey, Siberian! It's an old dungeon seed. The very end of Light Medallion Shadowhead Rudo's letter. Runing Kakasaria's song. Drag 3 is under Runia, hinted, and... Later is our Night Trial. Is what's happened to this seed. And Cola has left his hammer behind on Ocarina memory game. We're not sure if it's a brain fart. He skipped originally for the time save, I think. But he walked past it just a couple minutes ago. We're not sure if it's a brain fart, metagaming that if it was there he's lost, or both. But, yeah, it's bad. Yeah, well... Sponge saying he's good. He's so good he doesn't need to skip stuff to win. I would ordinarily agree with you, but what the hell is one of the runners where you might want to skip stuff because these two are pretty comparable in skill.
Alright. Cola is now playing the Prelude, so unfortunately, again, leaving behind that one check that he needs.
Yep. I mean, at this point I can see it, it's just a big feels bad. Because I think he's pretty much done every single check as Child now, and that's him saying, I'm done with Child, and I don't know how he gets out of this one. What the hell is playing Prelude? Yeah, that is going to be a hard last location for Cola, and I don't think Irons are a hard last location for What the Hells. Just because
So
there's more stuff to do in GTG. Not by a lot, but there is more than one thing left in GTG for What the Hells.
I think What the Hell's Happened might be going to check the rest of Ganon's castle here.
I think so. It makes sense.
Cola's going ice.
I mean, I think this is his density right now.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, that sounds like rushing ice to me. 2.5 hours in, that's about right. 2.25. Yep, they're hunting for string 3, and they at least one of them actually knows where string 3 is. Did Cole ever find that hint, or we just
double checking the notes sheet. The hint was in Kokiri. They both have it.
Okay, so
they both know where it is, but they don't have an item to complete one of the dungeons for it. Kola actually still does't know that Sorry Song is on Burning Hack, because he never got explosives to get the hints for it. So he's looking for Sorry Song right now, actually. He is going to get the bad news that's on Burning Hack in a few minutes, and that he's missed his hammer someplace. What the hell is this missing his iron boots? It's a thing.
We know that the iron boots are behind the silver block in Gerudo Training Grounds.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He should know that Sorry Song is there. To be fair, with the long shot and Zora Tunic Wave here, but leading to nothing else. To be fair, yeah. But he is currently also just on a hammer hunt, for that matter. So, I mean, and this is.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably true. With all those other hints put together. Because you certainly can't have Bolero required. So he should know that this is Bolero coming from Ice Cavern.
Mm.
Oh, we got another big chest here at the map chest in ice.
Last move. Not it. I guess we'll fill out the entire note sheet by the time we're done.
Sounds good to me.
We're missing one bottle, one bomb bag, Thor's, Nehru's, and the Kokiri sword for items I keep track of. Where is the third bomb bag? Bomb locked. Since Lake is foolish and there was a bomb bag in there, the DMT one has to, and the DMT one is way the hero. The third one is, I don't know, probably in foolish fire? They know where light arrows are. They can't get light arrows. Cola is missing hammer. What the hell's is missing iron boots? And, well, it's a matter of who finds the thing first at this point. I think. Okay, what the hell's also going ice now?
Maybe he forgot that the adult spawn is in domain.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's easy to forget.
Or maybe he's never actually checked the adult spawn.
I don't actually remember.
I think he might have just remembered. Also, he's playing on VC, which is a slower reset, that's for sure.
Yeah. Also, never mind. See, just following Cola into Ice Cavern here. It's gonna be interesting to see where these guys go next, because they don't have that many checks left in the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell's could do Foolish Fire, but it's foolish, so he knows he's not going to get his Iron Boots in there, and Cola doesn't want to do Foolish Fire without a hammer. Nice stick upgrade.
Yeah, very nice stick upgrade. So the, we did get a hint about the final chest of Ice Cavern. So if Cola is aware that this can't be the proper... this can't be Saria's song, then he ought to be out of here.
I mean, Bolero's also, I guess...
Yeah,
nice
there's nothing wrong with
for
Bolero.
getting back to Fire. I just don't know if it's worth the trip, but he's here already, I guess. They do definitely have the Ice Cavern final chest hint. That was in Graveyard and someplace else I forgot to write down. But they definitely saw the Graveyard copy. Yeah, what the hell's going Ice is keeping Cola from being completely out of it. I think big thing is whether or not what the hell's ends up in the well at this point. Because that might... Cause I don't know, it's one of those things...
Well, wouldn't he have to have Iron Boots to get into the well?
No, it's the well.
Yes, but he has to have the Song of Storms, which I believe is on Prelude.
Oh, it was on Prelude. For some reason I thought it was on OT. Never mind, he's fine. That's a good point. I'm a scatterbrain. Mix up which song is where. There's Bolero for Cola. No, I realize. Thank you. I'm a scatterbrain. But yeah, so what else can't end up in the well? Never mind.
Mistakes myself,
So since he can't end up in the well, I think GTG is going to be one of his big next plays, just because they don't have much left. And GTG doesn't have a lot, but it has more than nothing.
That it does.
Cola's going to end up at Tracker % at some point. He doesn't look too happy with the seed at this point. I don't blame him. I don't think I would be either. I don't think Cola even full cleared. I don't think Cola full cleared water either, did he? I'm trying to think if he hasn't done yet.
I mean, he did quite a bit of water.
I know. Okay, that's Prelude.
Yeah, I don't think he went,
Cola also didn't full clear GTG, I figured. Yeah, got 2 keys and Rush Central Pillar makes sense for Cola. So there's that. I could see him going... I mean... Bongo was a one-off check, but it is adults versus Ocarina Game is child, and he might remember Bongo. I think he's forgotten Ocarina memory game. He could technically see Bongo at some point.
Alright, so what the hell's happened is now also going to proceed through Ice, though again, we know there's some hints about the remaining items here, and Bolero. But at least he'll get Bolero.
Hammer is on the Ocarina memory game, Dakota. Cola has forgotten it exists, we think, at this point. Big pose here for Cola is a sensible idea.
Oh dear.
He's either forgetting it or he's deliberately skipping it. I'm not 100% sure which. It could be either. It feels really bad, though.
All I know is Epona has developed some sort of horrifying vocal tick there.
Yeah. It is a fairly long check, which is why Cola skipped it earlier. And at this point, he's gambling that he's lost if it is that. Unfortunately, that's what's happening to him today.
Over a Destiny.
Yeah, if he never did this or Tektite Ground, I remember his explosive problems. He might end up going to the Chew Salesman, honestly, to go get some more explosives. He's that low on this.
If you want to go see the beginning of this, you can click on the profile or the menu of this particular channel here on SpeedGaming. You can go back and see the opening of this in the videos section. You should be able to see a rather large video for today's SpeedGaming 1 channel. And it will contain all of the everything from the start here.
Yep. Alright, Ice Cavern is done for What the Hells. Let's see where he goes next as Cola continues to do a spot of cleanup. Siberian! Hammer is needed to beat Foolish Water Medallion Fire, to get Sorry Song off Burning Cag, to get Strike 3 off Darunia, to go get your Light Arrows from Light Trial. Nell's going to save here, and then let's see where he goes next. Yep, Dance Dance Chain, Siberian. Cola's going to go back and finish GTG, it looks like. We will get a toilet check here. I don't think we ever confirmed. I don't know if we know it's a key. Wasn't paying quite enough attention to the Lake room.
That is going to be unfortunate for Cola for sure.
Yeah, What the Hells is going to go see if it storms on OT, I think, and Siberian, I can DM it to you. Don't really want to post it out in the public. Wait. Surprised you came up. Surprised if you came on the campus that quickly since there have so many people on it. Favorites. Yeah, that's a thing with Ocarina Army games. Sure, it takes like a minute, but you don't lose by a minute all that often. But if you skip it, that can be the game changer, which it has today.
Yeah, especially
it's not even just the hammer. It's not even just the fact he can't do fire. It's also just cost him time more generally by not having explosives. This cost him several minutes by itself right there. Keep in mind too, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Cola's out to choose. He will likely want more to beat Fire Temple at this point. What the Hells probably not happy to see Sun Song. He would have liked to have Song of Storms there for more checks, but we know that's good for him because Storms would have just baited him even further. Yeah, because Ocarina is right there. It's about half the time of check-ins, but it's much more on the way. Yep, so bomb bags we've seen. DMT Fairy, which is Way of the Hero. Boy, that's a VC crash. That's not VC. Emulator crash for Cola. That is an FPA call. What the Hells should be pausing shortly.
Yeah. That is the case. We can see from the race time chat that there was one of the free play agreements invoked here. Of course, the idea, or fair play agreement, the idea here being we give in case of crashes and things like that because they're still somewhat common.
Oh, is that actually Dolphin? I wasn't sure if that was Dolphin.
Yeah, it was Dolphin.
I haven't actually seen people race on Dolphin much before. I thought that might have. Yeah. Okay, so Cola is back to ice.
So essentially, what he gets, up to 15 minutes to catch up to where he was in terms of checks. Not allowed to open or look at any checks that he hasn't already done. And then once that has been done, he can call it back in and restart the race.
He does. I believe he saved at the end of Ice Cavern, so he should still have Bolero. I also don't think it's worth running back to Ice Cavern at this point for it.
Yeah, and so he would have gone basically he lost the big pose, that sort of thing. He's basically just going to get back to GTG. And I think once you've done that, like maybe picking up the small key.
Okay, checking 2 chews so that he is equivalent on more or less on his original chew.
Yeah,
count.
that seems reasonable and
He
fair.
cannot check Demos on his current FPA times though, and he should know this as a race mod. Since he did not do BMOS the first time due to lack of explosives, he can't do it this time.
He can BMOS.
Not without losing his FPA call catch-up time, Bob, since he didn't do it the first time. FPA
No,
does
he
not
did
allow
it
for
the first time.
Did he? Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I might have scattered
he had
brain.
exactly 1 chew going in.
Oh wait, never mind. Okay, now I'm a scatterbrained race monitor. So he's fine on that front. And I thought he used his last.
Oh, he didn't open the chest.
That's what threw me off. Okay, so he can't open the chest this time, though I don't know why he would since it's small. Okay, thank you. That's me losing count of where he used his chews. I know he was out, I just didn't quite remember which last chest it was. But alright, so Cola is heading back to GTG. Needs to...
Yeah, so he was going to do the hammer room, essentially. And he crashed in there. He was... Because it is possible for the hammer to be in the chest that appears when you kill all the enemies in there.
Yeah. Alright, so he's gonna go back into GTG, gonna reobtain a key or 2 likely. Kolo was killing the enemies in the fire ring room when he crashed.
Yeah.
So once he gets back in
there,
there,
lose a ton of progress, but
yeah. Okay, he did not open that chest. That is good. Since he did spawn it last time, he's fine on that front, but he could not have opened it. Otherwise, I would have had to deduct that from these saws. Iron boots are in the GTG like room.
And I mean, I think you still have to kill the enemies to get out of that room, so...
You do.
He was able to pick up this key. And he doesn't have to go look at the other chests, because he already saw them. Whoops.
That was not intentional. Yeah, so what the hell is just waiting patiently for Cola to catch up. He did pause about 20 seconds after Cola did, so if they somehow end up finishing within 20 seconds of each other, I have a fun time. Well, within 30 seconds of each other, really, then I get a fun time.
Cola is pausing here, so that is probably Cola declaring himself ready to go.
Yep, and I count them down in race time, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, so they should both be resuming here shortly. This is basically them waiting for me to count them down, and there they go.
Alright, the race resumes, and Cola... Gonna see what this chest looks like. It's a small key, we know that.
Yep. Hey, Raymond. And alright. FPA call is up. Cola getting the key anyway. I mean, I guess you're here. I don't know.
He is saving and resetting, so maybe he's counted the keys and knows that there's a key in the toilet. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Light arrows are on light trial. Strength 3 is hinged on Darunia. Sorry Song is on Burning Cack. Cola needs a hammer for Water Medallion Fire, which is also foolish, which is why What the Hells is not there. What the Hells needs Iron Boots for Central Pillar of Water Temple, because that's the boss key.
Yep, and Iron Boots, for those of you who didn't see earlier, are in the silver block room here in Gerudo Training Grounds for Cola.
And the hammer is on the Ocarina memory game for her.
Yeah, and Cola has either completely forgotten about the Ocarina game,
or
thinks he's done it, or has purposely skipped it and is really sticking to his guns.
Which is a valid play. to stick to your choices. It just feels bad.
Alright, so what the hell's happened is now getting a 10 skull check done.
Ula's gonna finish off the checks in spirit he skipped earlier. He's gonna find his first scale and roll his eyes at it. Ula thinking about it and hits the reset button. And I was like, please tell me you didn't just crash again.
Alright, so where is Cola going now? He's opening the Gerudo gate for some reason. Oh, buying shoes. That makes
He also
all
never
the
actually
sense
checked
in
the
the world.
wasteland chest.
I thought he did. Maybe I'm making that up.
I know.
I know they. I
Okay,
know
no.
at least one
Oh
of them
wait, no,
checked
he
it.
did because the Goron tunic was there, and he does have it.
Are we about to get a chest game check?
I think this is a chest game check from What the Hell's, yeah. Well, the Hells is just doing cleanup, which is understandable. I am very glad for him that it was Sunsong on OT and Storms on Prelude and not the other way around, because What the Hells would have gotten so badly baited by Storms. Yeah, they're both currently the wrong age.
Had a couple of guesses in chat real quick on those on the chess game here, but now both of them have been proven incorrect.
Yeah, they would. If this was a qualifier, someone would be found their way through this scene by now. It's just how this is gone. The thing is, Jagger, What the Hell has done most of GTG. I think he knows that there's nothing he really wants in the maze, and there's only the GTG like room left, which he knows has maybe a key or two and only in a couple items. So like, and he also might think that Kolo's already done it, which is entirely possible. Big chest on the treasure chest minigame is for Norsewind. Alright.
Well, there we go. This silly game. Oh!
Also, this should
Cola.
finally be a combat for Kola.
Yeah.
3
Oh.
almost.
I'm gonna get bombed. Well, I was like, I sure hope he makes it into that hole.
Yep, and there's his confirmation officially that Saryasaka is on Burning Cack. There's his hint. He's known it for a while now, but there's his official confirmation. Yep. Siberian, Darunia has been hinted you have strength. Nobody has it. We just know it because of hints.
Yeah. Darunia was sometimes hinted in this one. And Cola finally has a bomb bag. Now, that should tell Cola that the hammer is locking his bombs. Okay, he's going back child.
Yep. Also, just confirmation that the next race after this is D1R is going to wait for us to finish since this seat's been lousy. The runners are not helping it. I don't think that was intentional for What the Hells. Things are close.
What the Hells is going for, working hard to get the 20 skull check going on here.
Makes sense. Cola's back child is going to at least do the lens game.
I guess What the Hells has not gotten the Lake Hylia foolish hint. Yeah, because that was on one of the... Another bomb pack. Get out. Get out, game! So the winner of the first match was What the Hell's Happened. That's indicated by the single lit up Triforce on his side of the screen.
Oh, well, Cola's gonna do bomb troop bowling as well. I forgot he never did that. Yeah, because he needed money. Yeah. Foolish Lake Hylia, everyone. Both of the other bomb bags, because why not?
We have a request for Star to roll tomorrow's EU Weekly.
I might manage something, yes. Why not for what the hells? They are both going to last location there, Gomez. I
think the Lake Hylia hints were behind the, or at least one of them was behind the storms grotto.
Kokiri Storms was the only copy we saw, yes.
Yeah, the other one's probably like out at the south end of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Prelude again for what the hells? Pose, maybe?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Cola never did this.
Wow, that's impressive.
Way of the Heroes! Draw me for a Zora tunic because Central Pillar of Water Temple has the boss key. Hyrule Field, Din's Fire and Strength, Forest had the long shot in the basement, Graveyard had hover boots, and DMT had the Way of the Hero bomb bag that Cola just got a minute ago.
And Cola's now up to 5 hearts. Looks like Cola's going for, I'm guessing, a hint stone here in Hyrule Castle, because we saw the
hint.
I think he saw the hint first. Maybe not. Maybe I'm making that up.
I could have sworn he did, but maybe he forgot, or maybe he thinks he misremembered it, which is entirely possible.
So what the hell's happened? Going for a second pass here on the Poe.
Cola might have skipped checks because he was down a game. Unfortunately, it just feels so bad for Cola. Wow, your Twitch name throws me off. Raymond! It is 3-stone bridge and the boss key is on the later cutscene behind the Shadow and Spirit medallions. So they did not kill Bongo earlier, and they don't really want to go there. Cola might somehow end up there if he's really that committed to last location in Ocarina game. I hope he doesn't go there. Hey Gav! Yeah, he skipped Ocarina memory game and is losing pretty hard to it by now, I think. If he'd got an Ocarina memory game when he got the Target in the Woods, he would be probably close to finishing, I think, by now.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because what the hell is committed to hard last location in his Iron Boots? What the hell is going to get 20 skulls there? Oh, yep. Gola just doing child cleanup. I hope to goodness he gets his hammer. Like, water's not long for what the hells, but if Cola gets hammer before or within a minute or two after what the hell's getting irons, Cola's in the lead. It's not over either way, because what the hell's is apparently is going to get the DMT lower skull for his 20. But it is, it's an interesting time for sure.
Well, I mean, if you're interested in seeing some high-level gameplay, this is what it's all about. Because everybody here is extremely good at this game, and it's just getting, controlled by either their own brain, their own stubbornness, or the seed itself. And
it's all three by now, Bob. For both runners. As Cola gets his furores, they are both getting random today, I think, to some degree. Metagaming's happening, there's a bunch of stuff. Like, what the hells could be assuming that his opponent would have gotten irons long before now when if it's there, he loses. He would have lost if Cola remembered his hammer. Unfortunately, Cola didn't remember his hammer, so, well, here we are.
Alright, what the hell's happened is going Bongo?
Oh, go Bongo, please. As Cola plays Prelude.
Oh,
what the hell
boy.
is going Bongo? These guys are really committed to their last locations, aren't they?
I mean, I guess, you know, what the hell's happened is thinking, well, if it was in GTG, I've already lost, so it gotta be somewhere else.
I mean, he would be right if Cola remembered his hammer. I think Cola's also following him to Shadow. Or no, Cola is not going Shadow. Where is he going? Next question, then. If it was here, I'd have lost. Famous last words, indeed. I think both of these guys are metagaming themselves off a cliff for their go mode by now. Yeah, oh yeah,
I
Cola
guess
is
Cola didn't check the left-hand side of Spirit here.
Yeah, so he's gonna go back for those few checks. By the time he gets done with those, what the hell's will be most of the way to Bongo?
It wasn't. Yeah, the second scale was over here. That's what we found.
Yeah, the one that baited what the hell's to Water Temple, unfortunately. Top tier runners, everyone. Just having a really bad day.
Everybody gets randoed occasionally. Sometimes rando messes with your brain.
It's definitely messed with their brains.
Now, you gotta be thinking, if Cola finishes this and then, like, goes to Bongo, I think he's literally forgotten the Ocarina game.
I mean, Bongo and Ocarina game are about equivalent by now for Cola. Both in terms of sheer length and in terms of isolation. Honestly, Sponge, I think at this point it's pure metagaming. Unfortunately, it's really bad metagaming today. Metagaming can work. This ain't it. Unfortunately. Yes, Cola did in fact also skip the other two Child Goron City checks. It doesn't help.
So yeah, the Din's his way the hero, but I mean, we found Ruto's letter in here. We also found a hookshot in here, so we have plenty of reasons why Shadow Temple is already required.
Yeah, Dins and Hovers both Way of the Hero, also both confirmed Way of the Hero. What the hell is jump slashing? Because why not, I guess. His Cola gets his gold scale. Or silver scale, actually. He doesn't even have gold scale, because that's on full. Oh, you know, he didn't even cut the scale off bowling, because it's, like, foolish. Light arrows are in light trial, Gav. Strength 3 is the Dundarunia, Sorry Song is on Turning Back, and this is a clown fiesta.
Clown Fiesta. I thought Halloween was a couple weeks ago.
Alright.
Cola is, I guess, finishing out water now. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because he skipped a bunch of chests in here as well.
Yep. Cola has the Lake Foolish and did Valley. Also did the Woods Target, just skipping Child Goron City and the Ocarina Memory game. We've already seen it from What the Hell, so we know that there is nothing in here.
And the only reason he skipped Child Goron City as he was going through is because he was low on shoes and didn't have bombs yet.
But I really hope What the Hell's goes GTG after this. I'm not sure where else he's going besides GTG,
yeah,
to be fair.
I honestly cannot think of any other checks available.
I can't either at this point, but then again,
and then
there's
of
always
course,
something.
just to bother us more, you know we're going to get, like, hammer, chest, big key.
Of course, it's going to be hammer chest, because Foolish fire, foolish unrequired fire is going to have the hammer on the ball. Is going to have the Mickey on the hammer chest. Because why would it be anywhere else? Yeah, what else is getting so confused because GTG gets his last item and still wins. Yeah, at this point, what else is gonna get irons before Cola gets his hammer? I don't even know when Cola's getting his hammer, but I don't think it is enough time for Cola to get it and still pull it. They both know where Saria's song is Siberian. They can't actually do it. Nice heart piece on Bongo, considering that Cola needs a hammer for water, medallion, fire. What the hell's needs iron boots because the boss key for forest, medallion, water is in the central pillar. Yes, Aster, fire is foolish. That's why they haven't been in there yet. And what the hell's playing? Prelude? That's not the GTG play, I don't think. Yeah, this is gonna be a really long go mode for them both.
I think WTHH now stands for where the hell's he headed?
I think so.
Well, no, that looks like a GTG play to me.
Okay, just going to do this instead of reverse. Huh. Usually people reverse, but I guess this works too.
I honestly couldn't tell you which one's faster. Granted, again, I'm a complete scrub at this game.
I mean,
GTG is Gerudo training ground for that. Answer the question in chat. That is the area inside the Gerudo fortress here that contains a bunch of chests and usually the ice arrows in the vanilla game. But here it contains the iron boots that what the hell's needed or needs to complete this scene. Cola now going for the vanilla boss key chest here.
Yeah, this'll be irons here. Let's see where Cola is, because he does still have a few minutes since what the hell's has to actually do water, which still takes a couple of minutes by itself.
He's got to go in, lower the water, go for the central pillar, etc. Alright, so there's the ice arrows for debated value, and
yep.
The iron.
And that's irons for what the hell's. Cola is going child.
Alright, is Cola gonna go for the Ocarina minigame? Well,
it is Minuet. This could be really close here then between our runners.
I mean, maybe he goes for Child Goron, because he didn't do that earlier because of lack of bombs.
He absolutely does Child Goron City, but he has to do Ocarina memory game here if it's not that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's this or Bongo.
I mean, either that or he has completely forgotten the game. Like that, maybe he just thought he did it, right?
It is legitimately possible he has forgotten about it at some point by now, too, yeah. And he doesn't have oh, does he not have Bolero? That's a he never
He hasn't done Wolfos
those.
Grottos either.
Right, because he had his bomb. Because he had his bomb. He had such low explosives for so long. And now that he has explosives, he's blowing them up with it.
I thought he saved after getting Bolero, but maybe I'm mistaken.
I thought so too, but maybe not. Yeah.
Alright. Cola exiting Lost Woods. Getting some money for the Scrub Grotto here, I assume.
Oh yeah, he didn't do that either. Now he's... Well, this stuff at least makes sense because he had so little explosives. Keep in mind his first bomb bag was almost 2 hours and 40 minutes in. Yeah, he doesn't know that bomb bag on DMT is Way of the Heroes. He doesn't know that Hammer has to be not bomb blocked.
Alright, there we go. What the hell's happened? Just picked up the boss key for Water Temple. So we'll be heading to Morpha shortly.
Oh goodness, Cola skipped this scrub too. Sheesh. I am Dan the man Stan. We have a setting called chest size matches contents on, so small chests only have junk. Oh, he doesn't have Cola, you don't have money.
Oh, Cola is doing it!
Yay! Finally.
Maybe he's going here to get money. Maybe he's going here to get the 50 rupee reward and doesn't realize he hasn't done it.
He's hoping for money here is gonna get mad at him. He doesn't have Bolero, I think, and he is still child. He has to spend a couple minutes just going back adult. What the hell's is still ahead? But this is gonna be very close. I mentioned earlier there's a 20-second difference in pauses for FPA. I'm wondering if it'll matter. There's the hammer for Cola. He is not amused at that. No Bolero, he lost it during FPA and didn't want to get it back, so, well, yeah.
Alright.
Well, no. He lost, so he paused, so What the Hell's paused 20 seconds after Cola during the FPA call. Well, What the Hell's paused 20 seconds after Cola crashed. They unpaused at the same time, so if they finish within 20 or 30 seconds of each other, I get to go have some fun as the turning admin. Does he have Bolero or does he not? Because he is trying to play it.
Yeah, he just played it, so he does
Okay, he does have it, never mind. We keep going back and forth. So he is ahead, just barely. Okay, we keep going back and forth. He is ahead. So this is this cutscene takes so long.
After all this mess, Cola's ahead, but only barely. Like
just barely, yes.
Like this is now an
execution race.
Get out of my head.
Hammer was on Ocarina memory game. So Cola immediately went for the boss key loop. What the hell is going left? This is nuts, by the way. Yeah, Cola gets Troll Hold and this is over, but they're so... Even with runners of this caliber, it's not over until it's over.
So, small key here in the chest near the boss. You definitely need to pick up as many small keys as you can early on in case, deep fire is a thing.
Troll Hold is bad luck on the Volvagia fight. It's a little easier to explain when they're actually on Volvagia. How many chews do they each have, by the way? Because that's going to be important to note for quick strats on Volvagia.
Well, I know I think Cola has like 17 or so.
Okay, he's got plenty. You need like 10, I think.
Yeah. And What the Hell's Happened has far more, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, What the Hell says about 20 extra seconds from FPA penalty. I think about 20 exact. But it will be a little harder to close the gap for What the Hell's. If we end up being that close, I am going to have a really grouchy face, honestly. Depends on how close exactly, to be fair. I timed the FP for it too well. It is going to be extremely close. I just don't know exactly how close it's going to come down to. If Cola wins, it doesn't matter, but if What the Hell's pulls out ahead of Cola by just a tiny bit, it could be very close. And here's something to note.
Yeah.
Cola's heading for Ores.
That
could save him time.
Right here.
Really good thought here.
And both runners entered the fire room, big fire room, at like a second apart. Now, again, Cola took a little bit of time setting up for his wind.
Yeah. What the Hell does have slightly slower resets as well, since he is on actual VC instead of Dolphin. Yeah, Feroz on the other hand can also save you time in deep fire, so it's gonna be interesting. And I don't believe Cola ever set Pierre. I can't remember if... I know What the Hell set Pierre as child. I'm pretty sure he said that as adult, so that could be the difference right now.
Cola
getting to the door.
Yeah.
What the Hell's getting to this door first?
Cola got a little bodied by the geometry there, it looked like.
Yeah, Cola does not have Scarecrow set because he had the Foolish Laken and had no reason to get it set. Oh no! What the hell's talking to the Goron?
Oh, rip.
That legitimately is
what a
terrible.
Time loss.
Oh no! Like, that actually cost him 3 or 4 seconds there.
Oh my goodness, this... Like, every little mistake is going to make such a difference here. It's absurd. It's absurd how
really
close this occurred. There is no way... This race has no business being this close.
And then What the Hell's side hop up, and What the Hell is just slightly ahead getting on the elevator. 3 hours, everyone. This is the closest race I've commentated in a solid while. What is that in the shortcut?
It didn't look yellow.
Okay, fair enough. That's what I thought too. What the Hell's getting even more time here on this jump. Okay, chat confirming it's a small chest.
Alright, additional small key for Cola. And we see another small key on the Boulder Goron chest. And wow, Cola... I mean, you gotta figure, like, 3 hours into this seed, your fingers ought to be shaking right about now.
Oh, for sure.
yet another small key down here. No real
Yep, the
surprises
pair of
on
them
that front.
high-fiving as they go through. Yeah, what the hell does seem to be getting just a second here, a second there of execution. Nice stone of
Yo!
Burgundy.
What up, Stone? I mean, I think at this point, even if you see a big chest, you don't open it. You know? Like, the only thing you're interested in are the small keys and the big key.
Yep.
For the boss key. Wrong game. Keep doing that.
Yeah, but since what the hell spent the time to get that, Cola is now ahead getting to this room. And Cola's setting up the pixel shots. Well, what the hell can just do the scarecrow.
Oh. There we go. Pixel shot made. And this race is now back on.
It's... What the hell is ahead? Nice small chest, but it's not over yet. Yeah, pixel shot is a very finicky thing. That pixel shot is genuinely putting Cola notably further and further behind.
Alright, what the hell's happened? Going for the additional small key here to reach the deepest part of fire, which of course the final the boss key has to be there, because of course it does.
Why not? It's foolish fire. Of course you're going all the way to the top. Oh man, just what a race here. What a
Good
race.
Lord.
Pixel shot, I think, is what is costing Cola here, literally. Yeah, I think Cola's unfortunately a bit too far behind now. What the hell's has been getting like a second here and a second there, and that pixel shot unfortunately basically did it. But still, what an insane race here at the end. Cola does have Aurora's Wind at the top, but I'm not sure if it's close enough. That is a fair point, though, I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
It's still going to be an execution race here.
So highest score on here, having our important item of the day. Luckily, we don't have to see another Flare Dancer fight. What the hell's happened? Falling down the pillar like you do, and right to the Volvagia entrance.
Yep.
Alright, it's time for Whack-a-Troll. I mean, Whack-a-Vole. Vagia. as you do. We'll be seeing a lot of explosions on things that don't really seem to be relevant, but it's actually damaging the boss because when Volvagia flies into that hole, the hitbox is still there. Oh. I mean, that's basically the troll hole situation right there.
Pretty much. Okay, chat saying the Cola is 45 seconds behind.
And down goes Volvagia for what the hell's happened here. Which is basically what we should all be asking after this. See,
Oh, Kola has no nuts left, so he's losing time on bomb strats because Chooser. So,
that being said, what the hell's happened didn't use Choose either, so.
Yeah. But still a little bit ahead. I'm a little bit of a scatterbrain though, so ranging a thing or three. What the hell's did not in fact beat? Yeah, he beat Water.
Yeah, he did, I believe.
He was slightly behind Kola getting into fire because the eating Morpha cutscene is so dang long.
So this should be a quick nocturne, so we can pick up Saria's song. And then
but then go child to get strength 3, to go back adult, to go to light child, to go get your light arrows, and then to finally beat this scene.
What a mess. My goodness. And there is Saria's song for What the Hell's Happened. One step closer to finishing this, shall we say, interesting seed as a generous gesture.
Yeah, each of them is absolutely expecting the other dot done any second. They've probably been expecting the other dot done for a good while by now.
And what the hell's happened? Picking up the Song of Storms, luckily not having to get baited into the well there. That was a fair chunk of time that Cola spent that what the hell's happened did not have to spend. They're going back, child, because Darunia has the final strength upgrade. And he's not there as adult, unfortunately.
Yep.
What the hell's happened? Just firing off Choose for no particular reason. And of course, what the hell's happened actually did collect every single dungeon prize here. Cola did not, because Cola did not end up going to Bongo, but that's about it. I mean, Cola finished out basically the entire rest of Shadow Temple, so both of our runners ended up clearing many, many dungeons. For the longest time, we had our runners sitting there on one item away from being able to finish things. And it basically just Cola's reluctance or forgetfulness about the Ocarina game costing him the run here. So what the hell's happened now picks up a third strength upgrade, and we'll be heading back adult to acquire those light arrows.
Yeah, Cola's literally done every check in the game, even the well. Oh, okay, he skipped Bongo, and I guess the other two checks in Chadgoron City. Well, the
Yeah.
hell skipped a well, so they basically both did the entire thing. Whatever checks in Light Shell are after Light Arrows are gonna be like things you don't see.
You know it's gonna be on the lullaby chest in there, right? Just
Yeah, of course it is.
just to bother us.
Well, yes, of course. I mean, well, why else would... Where else would it be, Bob? Of course it's gonna be on that chest, because it's Venda's seed.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah, well, Hell's is a good minute, almost a minute ahead here. I don't think he loses 30 seconds either at this point to
As
put
much as
Cola
I'd like
range.
to talk to our runners here, I don't know if we're gonna have time.
FF1R is going to start 15 minutes late, so we have a comfier interview time.
Oh, good, good.
They are well aware that this seed went wrong. This seed has gone
Fire arrows were in the well, I believe.
Not FF1R, Z1R. Thank you, Coper. I, for some reason, brain farted the pair. That.
Alright, well, there's a big chest.
Alright. But yeah, the runners in the race after this are aware. There's light arrows.
There we go.
Left middle, finally.
I think it was left far, but never mind. Though I don't really know how you would necessarily call those chests. Anyway. Alright. What the hell's happened on the way up the tower with the light arrows? This will be over shortly, I imagine.
Yeah, just a few minutes out now, finally. Cooper! Ganon told us that the light arrows were in my castle, and, well, there wasn't anywhere else. And the Rudy was hinted to have a strength upgrade at the very beginning of the seed.
Alright, what the hell's happened? Finally reaching the carpeted stairs here. Slash stained glass hallway slash... I don't know what you want to call it. This is the last room before the Ganondorf fight, and it's Dwarf time.
Yes, Cooper, the lights hit was probably a good hour ago by now. I think I'm saving this seed to my, I think I'm gonna go obtain the spoiler a lot for this seed, since we are on 6.1 and I can go unlock it.
I mean, if somebody had done both of those checks somehow, you could have easily finished the seed a lot earlier, but it's very unlikely that happens.
I mean, I don't know. I think it depends on what order you do things in.
Yeah. Alright, so what the hell's happened? Set up a jump slash with VGS here. It's gonna take down Ganondorf. One cycle. Well done.
Yep. How do I remember what was waved here when more stuff was? Extensive notes is what it is.
Yeah. So Star takes all the notes, and I just sit here and act like I know something.
Thank you, chat, for keeping up on timing. 50 seconds difference on Dorf, about.
Alright. What the hell's happened now? Into the Ganon fight, into phase 2 of the Ganon fight here. Or phase 1 of the Ganon fight. Stabbing with a hammer. Now there's a lot of there's a lot of like technical things that go into making this fast. It's not difficult. It's just there's a lot of technical glitches involved here because Ganon is programmed to only take 1 damage from everything except the Master Sword, but power crouch stabbing is the thing, and so you set up the jump slash beforehand, and then you just crouch stab to victory.
Yep.
And here we are with what the hell's happened. Zelda is applying the light to the face. Kola having a bit of an issue here with our Ganon fight.
There it is! GG's to What the Hells! Finishing off Ganon Phase 2 is what Kola finishes Phase 1 with an official time of 3:17:53. GG's! And congratulations to What the Hells, that is him winning the tournament here, as Kola is not far behind, but not close enough.
Very true.
And Kola has seen it and knows, yep. And big GG's, what a race.
We are now joined here in chat by the winner of this race and the winner of the tournament, also by the runner-up here. What the hell's happened? And Kola, welcome and congratulations on this heck of a race. That was a super exciting race. My goodness.
GG's, guys.
Yo, GG's for the win.
This was nuts.
Yeah, I'm dying.
So, we do have to ask, was it a deliberate decision to never do the Ocarina game, or did it just slip your mind?
It was absolutely deliberate, so I just walked past it because I thought I'd lose to Lost Woods anyways at that point, where I was there the second time.
All right,
Yeah,
fair enough.
That must have been such a different scene. My God.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of difference between the routing and things that were done on either side here. Of course, for the longest time, both of you were just 1 item away from being able to, break this wide open. Kola looking for that hammer, and of course, What the Hell's looking for the iron boots, because of course they had to be required this time.
Yeah, that's 3 races in a row. That it's something between gold scale and iron boots. That's the deciding factor. Like every single time with Gav and the last race, it's like.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
And this time, of course, the iron boots being required for that boss key. No way around that, unfortunately. So yeah, it ended up being just a real close race here. And it was just a sight to behold, and I hope everybody had an excellent time watching this race. So
this was amazing to watch. Yeah, you guys were neck and neck in Fire Temple, by the way. Like, Kola, you were just slightly ahead, because you got hammer around when What the Hell's got like the water boss key, but the water temple hitting the water temple cutscene is just so ridiculously long.
Yeah.
We also weren't actually sure if he still had Blair out of the FPA crash, so this is another thing.
Oh,
yeah, Kola finished. You entered Fire Temple about 30 seconds before What the Hell's happened there. So
okay.
But various things happened, and What the Hell's happened came out about a minute ahead. I think the pixel shot kind of messed with you a bit.
It didn't
various
take too
issues
long.
in there. It didn't look like it took too long to me either. It's just, it's if it takes any time at all, it's going to take more than doing the Pierre, right?
I guess, yeah.
I mean, yeah, because I think because that's about when you really fell behind. Like, you guys were close to that point. What the hell are you talking to the car on?
Yeah, that guy wanted to chat. No, I thought like when I did Bongo instead of GTG block, I thought that was it. Like, thought there was no way of coming back from that. But like, I didn't think about when I got the hammer on Ocarina minigame. I just thought immediately like, oh, what if? But I didn't think
Yeah.
like it would actually have happened.
It actually happened though.
Because it kind of led to everything. Well, in logic, I mean, like
Yeah,
I
I
got
don't know.
pins and strength, and then went up the mountain, then the shadow, then forest.
I did find 10 bomb shoes early, and then I bought some later from the carpet guy.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
Yeah, but Cola was basically doing bomb chew management the entire race up until about 240 or so.
Yeah, those bomb bags felt bad. That lake foolish having both of me up in bomb bag.
Yeah, what the hell? 2 bomb bags in Foolish Lake? Like, what?
yeah,
Yeah, shoot the sun in letters, model thing. Shout out to that hookshot in early Shadow too. That was dumb.
Yeah, and both runners actually did go for that, did get that hook shot, and did immediately bail for forest, which makes plenty sense in that case. And then it took,
yeah.
and then Cola, I believe, was the first one to get the letter out of there, and so unfortunately ended up. I mean, it helped out a bit. So maybe I'm wrong, but it was just hilarious to us that the Zora tunic ended up being the way of the hero from Jabu, because of course, debated on the hints all day long.
It was
Couldn't
weird
just
because
be-
it gave you info, but then at the same time you still want the Ganondorf hint because there's too many scenarios from it. So it's like, well, even if we didn't have the Zora tunic, we still would have just went to the hint. So that hint was kind of just wasted for the Jabu one.
yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, this ended up being sort of an oops all dungeon situation for what the hell's happened
Yeah.
over here. And Cola was real close. Of course, you had to fill out, you had to completely clear out Shadow except for Bongo. And so we got lots of things lit up on the tracker here. Lots
The
of
only-
things.
What the hell's the only things they don't have lit up for you are flamed chicken fire arrows? Both of those are in the well.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, you didn't even do the bottom of the
Yeah.
well because
Well, no,
Iron Beast
because-
where you go more right.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah, so
man, also
basically, what the hell's ended up skipping the well, and that was about it. And then Cola,
yeah.
you skipped Bongo and Child Goron City, I think.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
You know, that third trip to Bongo felt because I wasn't sure if it was 1 check or 2 in the GTG block, and I just kept having overworld stuff, and I was like, am I really gonna go to GTG? And then I did everything in the overworld. I was like, maybe it's just 1 check in GTG, 1 check on Bongo, and like you couldn't be like, oh, he would be done because it was such a long go mode.
yeah.
You had to go get the strength, beat water, beat fire, go child, go like. So it was like a 50-50 in my mind, and I picked Bongo. It's like, well, chat's gonna love this 3-trip Shadow. They're gonna talk about it after, and then no, that's not it.
We were actually discussing about it because Cola also got letters significantly before you at the Hells. It's like, do you go all the way to Bongo? I was like, I think he's got enough other things to do once he gets that letter. I highly doubt it, but maybe, just so you don't leave it behind.
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
could have
but-
strength in Jabu, right? Like there was no
Yeah.
reason not having strength in Jabu, and then
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
You just have to assume there's a strength in Jabu and that's your go mode. But
Oh yeah,
that's not
but
how the seed played out at all.
Yeah, I definitely felt bad at that point after doing GTG and a bunch of other crap. I was like, okay, this
Yeah.
took a long time to get this letter, and if strength is in there, and then there's a strength in fountain because why not?
Of course. Now, like 20 minutes, I believe, into this seed, we were like 4 items from go mode,
it was
which is hilarious. And then, of course,
things
you know,
happened.
3 hours later, here we are. So that's the thing with Rando, is it will often give you lots of items that are going to be really relevant, but then you'll have that one thing that you just got to get for some reason. In
Yeah,
this
that was
case,
a deep one. Like for those light arrows, that was so deep. It was insane.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You had the Cola, but I didn't even find the Sarius hint officially until he found the bomb bag, basically.
Oh my god.
right before it anyway, yeah.
I mean, I knew it had to be locked by Water Temple at
Oh
least,
yeah, I
but
definitely had it figured out, but it was just such a feels bad at that point. Oh man, I mean, you both ended up going everywhere anyway, but there's just all these little things here and there, and it's just what a seed.
Because I kept wondering, what do we do if we find we had the long shot, then what if we find iron boots? Do we go for strength and Duridia strike 2? Like, is that
We
really
thought
what
that
I'm
was going to
doing
be the
here?
case forever.
Because it could
Like,
happen.
Yeah, we were seriously
Until we
debating
saw
it on
the-
restream.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
strike
until
3
we saw
spirit.
that strength up there on the fountain, we were just assuming it was going to be strength 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole seed led to lots and lots of double dipping, lots and lots of backtracking, and I'm sure it was very fun for chat to watch and very frustrating for both of you to play the entire time.
It was something for sure, but you know, we're used to it at this point. I think this stupid game is too good.
You guys are definitely longtime runners of this game, so you've seen a lot of nonsense by now.
Yeah, can't stop.
Well, I'm glad you guys love it because I don't know if I could put up with this. If this wasn't a one-on-one race for a sizable prize pool, I'm sure somebody would have forfeited at that point.
if this is a group race, we're getting beat by like half an hour.
Oh yeah, we're chilling
Oh,
at the
yeah.
bottom, and we're in the race results afterwards. Me and Cola talking to each other how everyone who finished ahead of us is a jerk and stupid.
Exactly.
Like, who does that route? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, this would be a heck of a qualifier.
Oh my goodness, this would be one. Well, the
And there'd be one person who clears it in like an hour and a half and just ruins the whole thing.
Yeah,
Not-
definitely.
Probably like a little more, but still.
All right. Well, congratulations once again to What the Hell's Happened, who just can't seem to lose a tournament at this point.
Yeah, this was a crazy tournament. Like, I didn't think, like, I thought it was over for me, like, 2 weeks ago.
I still remember DMing you, hey, you made it in, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, I was at home, and I'm like, wait, I need to make an account? And then I talked to Cola after the scarecrow bug. I don't know. I was just like, I guess I'll mention it. And then our next conversation was us saying, okay, when do we play final? I was saying, well, it's too bad I'm not making bracket, but like, okay, like there's S5 coming, and then so yeah, lots of emotions in the last 2 weeks. Lot of emotions.
What's this scarecrow bug you're talking about? Sorry, I tried to
The
ask.
last qualifier, like I did the 2 extra qualifiers to try to improve, and instead I got a 0 and a bug on the scarecrow. So then that's why I ended 34th. But then Just Sam, my hero, dropped out because he was busy. And then I guess I made bracket.
Wow. Well, yeah,
what a
thanks.
good run through then. GG's to you both on this one, because these were some really tough brackets. Kola, you got seated. Where are you on this thing? 26th and 30 and 30
Yeah.
fell fourth seeds, making it into finals. Kola, you beat Dylan, Engel, Mario, and Riley to get here. What the hell is you took out? Sarius Object, Worm, Sponge in a S4 Grands rematch, then Gav to reach here. GG's to you both. That was not an easy bracket this year.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you that, the qualifiers are enough to, kind of pick out the best people, but you don't necessarily want to just go by that ranking as a ranking of players because, there's a lot of variance that can affect the good players.
I just think 1v1 matches are very different in general to like group matches, and there's a huge difference in dynamics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We were
Like in
discussing
the group things, it's just, the variance is so high that like sometimes you can't overthink. Like when you don't do well in a qualifier, you're like, oh, I should have done this and this, but then sometimes there's just too many people. There's just too big of a sample size.
You just can't cover everyone's route, so you're just
No.
gonna get crushed sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we've got
And
the Zelda 1 randomizer coming up pretty soon. I want to ask if you two have anything else you'd like to say to us or to your adoring public before we wrap it up here this evening.
I do want to say GG's to Cola. Like I always thought you were a really good player. I always say you're the most unlucky player in Rando, and I think you deserve like a really good season 5. So yeah, it was fun to race you, and good luck in season 5.
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
oh yeah,
Good luck to you as
GG's.
well.
Thanks.
Yeah, wasn't this your first time facing off 1-on-1 actually?
Oh yeah, apart from RSL.
Yeah, we played RSL twice, and now this was our first
Standard
normal.
1-on-1.
Yeah.
And what a race for you guys too. Jeez. You should see the restream replay for Fire Temple. It was insane.
I don't think my heart can get that, even knowing the result.
Yeah, man. But no. Congratulations to you both. What a race and what a tournament here. Finishing up first and second. What the hell's taking your title back from 2019? GG's.
Oh yeah, thanks. That's true. Next year we're
Yep.
going back live again. Like nothing's gonna
Amen.
stop us next year. We're doing it. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, and Cola, nice second place as well. You both look at a pretty nice prize pool. I don't happen to know the conversion rates offhand for either of you, but it will be $1,240 for you. What the hell's in $620 for Cola here?
It's a lot.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, we had a pretty good sized prize pool this year, which is nice. So it'll be a little nice bonus for winning this tournament. And then Season 5 qualifiers start very soon. The settings were just announced the other day.
Oh
I
boy.
assume you'll both be participating.
Oh boy. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe a little break, but then yeah.
the grind
Yep.
just never stops.
Yeah. But I do want to thank you, Star, for being amazing and being everywhere, helping everyone all the time in every tournament, especially this one. So huge props to you and huge thanks.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you. GG's to you both. This wouldn't happen without the runners. Kolu, also you giving me a hand with some of the administrative side of things at times as well. That was a huge help. Thank you to everyone who participated. We had more than 80 runners show up to qualifiers, 32 who made brackets. We thank you to all of our volunteers in English, in French, and in Spanish for helping out with restreams. I can't list them all here, but thank you to everyone who assisted with the restreams of this tournament, to SpeedGaming staff, to everyone in chat for watching. Thank you all for showing up and watching this tournament. It's been a good one. I have enjoyed seeing these races. This one was an incredible finish. A little sad we didn't see a game 3, but this was one heck of a way to go.
All
Congratulations. Congratulations to you both for first and second place. Good luck in Season 5 qualifiers, and for that matter, also in the Random Settings League as well.
All right.
And,
Thanks, everyone.
Yep. GG's to you both. Any last words, Bob?
Well, yeah, I just want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank the runners again. I want to thank you, my co-commentator, Star. I also want to thank Mighty Mouse for taking care of the tracking, keeping track of those buttons on the screen. And thank you all for listening to my silly face over here. I've been Dr. Bobtastic. I will see you all at a later occasion, and I'll let Star have the last word. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for watching, everyone. It's been an excellent tournament. It's been a great fun. GG's to everyone who participated. Congratulations to What the Hills for taking the title. And we'll see you next time.